Ladies and gentlemen, it's your host, WRAPSTAR Boxing Knowledge in the house. Man, we've been having technical issues with the browser today, and I don't know what's going on with the browser, but we are trying to get ABEL Sanchez, the ex-trainer of Gennady Golovkin, to have a little chat with us about boxing. So let's see. We've been having some issues with the stream. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear right now so we can go ahead with the stream. Stream's been fucking up, man. Yo, can you let me know if you can hear me loud and clear? Are we good? Because it's took me off the stream already twice. And ABEL Sanchez, I have set up the link. One, listen, ABEL Sanchez is on the other line. Stay right there. Yo, 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 we're back. We're back. I don't know what's going on with the live, but we are trying to get ABEL Sanchez back. Let's see if we can get him on the stream. He said he can't see the link, but let's see if there's any questions for you guys to ask ABEL Sanchez himself. Then let's see if we can make this happen. Give me a second. Okay, I don't know what's going on, people, but we're going to get Abel on the phone now. I tried to set up the link. Maybe we've got it on the other channel, so it's not working correct. So just stay right there and let's see if we can get Abel on the phone. Give me a sec. Man, I'm working too hard for you guys. Smash the fucking like button. Can you hear
Yeah,
me,
I can
sir?
hear you great. Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
can
I
hear you
don't know.
good.
So you're not getting the link, are you?
No,
Okay, the link is not coming in, but at least you made it here, and I really appreciate your time for even making it happen for the fans. Abel, how you doing?
I am doing well. Thank you very much for asking.
That's good. That's good. Abel, I'm going to get straight to it because we did speak to you not long ago, and we had spoke to you about your journey in the sport. But I just wanted to, appreciate you giving us time again for the fans. We have lots of fans watching you right now, and thanks for coming on the phone. So let's get straight to it, Abel. I want to
Okay,
talk.
sounds good.
Yes, sir. I want to talk about, going straight into the current times right now in boxing. And I want to talk about a man like Canelo Alvarez. A lot of the
Okay.
boxing world is standing patiently with a fighter like Canelo because they want to see who he announces next. But you hear a lot of people. Now, you being a Mexican man yourself, and Canelo says, well, I'm not going to fight no Mexican right now. Then Canelo said, I don't want to fight Mexicans earlier. What do you think of that statement from a fighter like Canelo Alvarez?
I think that he says that just because um, uh, he's not. They're not on his radar right now. I think that one, say David Benavidez has been uh, asking and calling him out for so long that I think Canelo just waiting him out. I mean, there's no reason for Canelo to fight him. I think that David has to earn it. I don't think he's earned it yet. I think that one fight that he had, a great fight in his last one against Andre, uh, doesn't merit a fight yet. If he was to fight one more, let's just say that he looks like that, then I would say yes. But I think at this point, Canelo is the one that really is in charge. He's the one that's calling the shots, nobody else. And as far as Munguia, who just beat Ryder, I don't think he's ready either. But then again, he hasn't expressed it like Benavidez has, so he may get the shot.
Yeah, but let's not forget, I'm a boxing pugilist. I've been in the game for years. I've watched your path. I've watched your journey with Gennady Golovkin. And I remember you had over 25 sparring partners in Gennady Golovkin's camp at Big Bear. And one day, this 16-year-old kid, 15-year-old kid came in. And you said to everyone, out of all the 25 people, the 16-year-old kid was there and he was giving the most work to Gennady Golovkin. Could you please elaborate on that?
Yes, he was giving him the most quality work, but Golovkin, understand Golovkin was never an abusive guy in the gym. So um, with David or with any of the other guys. So yeah, he gave him very good work, but that doesn't merit him a fight in my anyway, not yet against Canelo. I think Canelo right now is in the driver's seat. His resume speaks for itself.
But does it
I
give
think that we
Jamel
beat him.
Charlo?
I think we beat him both times.
But do you appreciate the frustration from the fans that you see Jamel Charlo? Nobody said that he got credited for the fight. Even John Ryder was a fight that they put into mandatory position, but that fight just got made due to Eddie Hearn. Canelo don't need to fight those guys. But do you understand there's a pattern that people feel a bit disheartened because he's also fighting other guys which are nowhere near being credible at some point at the moment?
Okay, I used to have when I had my gym, I had a sign, a very prominent sign at the right at the entry of the sparring area that said, "Everybody has an opinion about lives they've never lived." And I say that, and I mean that, and I meant that when my guys read it, is that everybody's got an opinion about things that they have no clue about. Canelo is the one that's going to decide who he wants to fight. The fans can be mad. The fans, there's a fix for that. The fix is don't buy the fight. But trust me, he's going to get his 50 million whether he fights John Ryder or whether he fights Benavidez or Munguia. He's going to get the money that he's going to get. So that the fix for Canelo would be don't buy the fight. It's not going to hurt him, but don't buy the fight. So people are frustrated for no reason for something that they cannot control.
Right, and appreciated that they cannot control. But you see, with Canelo now, you do realize he announced that he's not looking to fight a Mexican guy at the moment. He's looking for an American fighter. A lot of people feel like he's either African American or American descent, but I mean American, but you know, a fighter like coming like Jamal Charlo. And people are not uplifted with these fights recently because you have to understand we've been spoiled from the people like yourself. When Gennady Golovkin fought Canelo, that was an iconic fight, right?
But we got the same kind of backlash also for not fighting the supposed guys that were next. Every fighter at that level has got a career.
But you only got that from Andre Ward. Fans were just saying that about Andre Ward. Gennady Golovkin, they were saying that he should face Andre Ward, but that was the only criticism we were getting for Golovkin. Nothing else.
I have to look at it from both sides. I have to look at it from a coach's standpoint and from an analyst or from somebody that's doing interviews. I think that a fighter's career is so short that the fighter's going to do what's in his best interest. In his best interest right now, according to him, is fighting the guys that he's fighting. Yeah, the fans can be frustrated, but really, I don't think that bothers him. He's never been a popular guy with the Mexicans anyway. We all seem to cater more to Julio Chavez Sr. But he has had a great run in his career. The last, say, 10 fights, he's fought a lot of the guys that nobody else wanted to fight. So I think that he has earned the right to pick and choose who he wants to fight.
And look, I appreciate that coming from you as from a different opinion. You don't actually have a fan base opinion. You have more of a inside opinion to what the business works like and maybe what can take place for fights to even be marinated to get bigger. It's just that the pattern of Canelo for the last couple of years haven't excited people as much as it used to. So, you know, I know they use some words like duck, but do these things exist where fighters will avoid certain fighters?
I'm sure that it exists. I'm not going to be a hypocrite and say that it doesn't, because you avoid them, but not because that you're afraid of them. None of these guys are afraid of anybody, but you avoid them because, one, I think that David Benavidez has been so vocal, and his father's been so vocal about being ducked and about not they merit the fight. And so the more that they talk, and I said this a year and a half ago, the more they talk, the less they're going to get the fight. Seriously. And I think that Munguia made a comment the other day. He said it'd be an honor to share the ring with Canelo. You know what? At that level where Canelo is, that's what he's looking for. He's looking for somebody that wants to be in the ring and wants to fight him, that he feels merits a fight against him. Not some guy that's been calling him out and calling him all kind of names and all kind of duck this and duck that. So Canelo's going to put him on the side. He's going to on a back burner and not even worry about it. It's not that he's afraid of him. He just does. David needs Canelo. Canelo doesn't need David.
Okay, so let's talk about this to the fans and even the casuals. Sometimes you need to watch how you speak about fighters like Canelo. Maybe you're antagonizing them and their team in the wrong way, that they feel disrespected. Now, we do have Benavidez, his dad did come to this channel, Abel. They've been here more than a few times, right?
Right.
And one time Benavidez, his dad said, and after I spoke to them, they came here. They said to me, look, when we don't say nothing, we're still not getting anywhere. When we slander him, they tell us, oh, don't speak about him like this. So sometimes the Benavidez camp, they feel like, you know, that I'm not saying that they did say that, you know, Canelo is avoiding his son in a way that is not right, because Mexicans shouldn't say they don't want to fight other Mexicans. And then you got Juan Manuel Marquez and some of the other Mexican fighters who have not been happy with Canelo's stance on these situations. But I don't know. Do you think the old school Mexicans wouldn't speak like this? What do you think?
I think it's just jealousy. Actually, I think that every fighter has a career to worry about and not to worry about anything else. And what you said about David's dad or David is they should be eliminating all the opposition that Canelo can fight. Once they eliminate all those guys, then Canelo has nowhere to go. But instead of eliminating the opposition, look who David fought in his last fight. He fought a 154 pounder, moving up to 160, moving up to 168. He fought a 154 pounder who hadn't fought in how long? So Canelo kind of has a point in a way, but David, instead of talking, should be eliminating. He should have fought Charlo. He should have fought some of those guys that were in the not in the way, but in the with possibilities of fighting Canelo.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you mean, that maybe David can even get a couple more names on his resume, but it just feels like David was a champion, then he lost his belt by him, due to his own circumstances. Then he became champion again. Then he lost the belt again. It's just that David has had some hardware, and he's then come back to prove himself. It's just that Canelo is not facing opponents himself which are even doing any justice to him. So that's what's caused the friction.
But the point that everybody's missing, and I think the point that David may be missing, and the point that's being missed here is this: Canelo doesn't care what people think. Canelo's going to fight who Canelo wants to fight because he's got a contract. I'm sure that his lawyers and himself, when they signed the contract with PBC, were careful to make sure that they weren't controlling them. Nobody controls him. And that's the way it is when you're at that level. Just like when Floyd signed that 6-fight deal with CBS or NBC, wherever that was, a while back, he called the shots. He fought who he wanted to fight. That's how this business works. Right now, Canelo is the face of boxing, no matter what. Canelo is the one making most money in boxing right now. And he has the right, and he's earned the right to determine his career. Yes, I would love to see a David fight. I think it'd be a great fight. I said a long time ago that I thought David and Beterbiev and Golovkin a couple of years ago would have been the biggest threat if Golovkin got in shape the way that I know he could to beat Canelo, as we did in the first two fights that I think anyway. But
I mean, a lot of people think that Golovkin and you, they definitely believe that you and your plan with Golovkin won the first fight against Canelo. There's a lot of people who do agree with you.
Yeah, but you know what? Canelo's gone on to, after those two fights, to do some pretty good things.
Yeah.
So he's looked very good in his last, say, 3 or 4 fights, and other than the Ryder fight, which was fought in his hometown, and I understand how that could be very, very difficult to do because of the obligations that you have trying to promote a fight, trying to give his people what they, let's just say what they wanted or what he promised. But whenever he's not home, I think he's looked pretty good. I mean, in his fights, and I don't think that we or Golovkin has looked as good as Canelo compared with the guys he's fought. Now, David's looked good in his last fight, but again, it's only one fight against a guy that hadn't fought in how long? A long time, and a smaller guy. So. I'm not sticking up for him, but I just think that a fighter has to determine his own career.
And I appreciate that. And I'm going to have Benavidez here during next week. They were in Mexico the other day. So I want to ask you this question. Do you think David also should get credit for the Caleb Plant win and the onslaught he put on Caleb Plant in the later rounds?
Yeah, but he couldn't stop him.
No, he didn't stop him, but he nearly stopped him. He nearly did, but
he couldn't stop him. And Canelo, from the 4th round on, it was a beatdown. I mean, he controlled him. He controlled him in a way that nobody's ever controlled Caleb.
So Benavidez would have stopped him. Abel, can I please go ahead? No, go ahead.
And I think you have to take that into consideration. If you're comparing fights, who they fought, look at how they beat him. Look at how Canelo's beating everybody that he's beating. Okay, David is not doing what Canelo's doing to his opponents. So I think that has to mean something. You have to be a finisher, and I've said this for 1.5 years, 2 years about the way that David seems to listen. Probably the most talented, other than Bivol, as far as I think, other than Bivol and Canelo at those levels, at those weights. Very, very talented young man. But I think that he needs to make sure that he makes a statement in all his fights, and he doesn't seem to make a statement in his fights. He wins, yes, he wins. I'm not saying that he doesn't win, but you have people don't people would respect him a lot more if he went out and took care of business instead of sometimes taking his foot off the gas and not putting people away. He has the ability to do that. That's how you put butts in the seats, and that's how you put demands on people to be able to earn those or merit those kind of fights, I think.
Okay, I appreciate that, but you being a boxing trainer, I know that you understand the science of boxing, and just like I do. And if you've looked at the current landscape, you realize there's some great fighters, right? They're great fighters with great skill, great footwork. Shakur Stevenson, fighters that can move and actually, take away all your advantages and take away, make you miss for more than 75% of your power shots for sure. You know, what about those fighters? The fighters who have the skill set. I mean, they're not getting the respect because they're not knocking people out, but they can outbox people which are knockout artists. What do you think of that? That fans are saying they're boring. What do you think?
Listen, we live in a morbid society. We fans want to see somebody get hurt. Fans want to see somebody get knocked out. That's how you put butts in the seats. Unfortunately, and if you look at my record and the fighters that I've had, that's what I've always looked for. I look for a knockout. I want my guys to knock people out. That way, we're establishing ourselves. You know, I was in a Golden Boy office not too long ago, and there was something said that is so true. It said, doesn't matter if you're a champion, doesn't matter if you have a 50-0 record, what kind of name recognition do you have with the fans that they want to see you? That's what's important. That's what sells tickets. That's what sells tickets. It's not when Gennady was coming up. If Gennady would have been, let's just say, the type of fighter that's a boxer, like he did in the second fight against Canelo, people don't want to see that. People want to see knockouts. So when he was knocking people out, when Tyson was knocking people out, they wanted to see him. You know, if Tyson would have been a boxer, they wouldn't have wanted to see him. Unfortunately, that's the way. That's the sport that we're in. Like I said, we live in a morbid society. People want to see somebody get hurt, and then once they get hurt, they're saying, "I hope he's not too hurt," but they want to see knockouts. So it's just the way it is in this game.
Yeah, but then how would you advise a fighter that comes with so many attributes, lateral movement, beautiful jab, and a guy that doesn't even take too much punishment? Isn't that a great boxer, a man that represents the sport of boxing that should be, elevated within the way that we should be speaking about him? But in fact,
no.
Today they say, nah, he's boring. He might be skilled, but he don't bring action. He's scared of fight. I mean, those are casual conversations, aren't they?
No, I think that if you're starting out with the fighter, let's just take, for instance, the Teofimo fight the other day. He fought a young man named Martin. Very, very talented, extremely talented. Would you pay to see him again? Probably not.
I mean, what do you think about that fight, Frank?
I thought that Teo looked limited because he couldn't cut off the ring. He couldn't land the shots that he wanted, but he was trying. He was the guy that was trying. The other guy was running. You cannot win a fight by doing that. Offense wins fights. Defense has never won a fight. Never. Offense wins fights.
Okay, but
so now,
wasn't Andre Ward? You said Andre Ward was
Ryan
boring.
Garcia. Take Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
And is that his name? Ryan Garcia, the young man from California?
Devin Haney now.
Yeah, Ryan Garcia. Not as talented as Shakur. Will never be as talented as Shakur. Shakur is the talent beyond. But who's making more money?
Ryan Garcia.
Of course. Why? Because even though he's gotten beat, he's knocking people out, and they're knocking people out dramatically. So I think I read somewhere about how much fighters made in 2023. I think he made 41 million or something like that. That's insane for a guy that doesn't even hold the belt.
Okay, we got a lot of people coming in. Do you mind? They're giving shouts out to you. Now, you're not on the...
Absolutely, I don't mind.
Please, because you're on the phone, and I would have loved to get you on the stream. You would see how many people are here speaking to you right now. But we got a lot of Canelo fans, and you understand, Abel. We had Gennady Golovkin fans, but now we do got fans that are happy with their fighters not even taking the biggest fights, because you've seen social media. There's always this back and forth drift. You've made a lot of Canelo fans happy today. knowing that.
Well, I'm not trying to make anybody happy. I'm trying to just to voice what I think as a coach.
Because Canelo takes a lot of shit. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, he takes a lot of shit, but I just want to voice what, as a coach, we have to deal with, and we have to worry about making sure that our fighter, that our whomever it is that you're working with, is given not only the best opportunities, but put in a position to succeed in life, in the sport, in his career, regardless of what people think.
Okay, so we're gonna go out to the shout outs now. We got Frank. Frank says, okay, you can hear me, right?
Yes, I can hear you.
Frank says, salute to Abel. Yes, Mayweather did it. A lot of people are jealous of Canelo, so he appreciates what you're saying. Let's go to. Go ahead.
I think that, listen, I think that they're jealous of anybody that's on top. Okay, they're the same thing about Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight in the world, in my opinion. And because he wasn't fighting so-and-so, he's ducking somebody. He has a right to choose who he wants to fight. He'll retire, just like Shakur. They'll retire to make a scene and then come back and still be wanted, you know?
Okay, we got another super chat here saying, damn, Abel's cooking with grease. You know, this talk. They think you're really going in for Canelo because, to be fair with you, people don't agree with you, Abel. A lot of people as well.
Oh, that's okay.
You know,
that's okay. You know what? That's what makes it. That's what makes
because you do make sense.
good.
But you do make sense. Canelo has reached a position that, regardless if you think he should fight these tougher opponents, he has reached the position to basically sing. When he sings, everybody dances. So, you know, look, I understand what you mean. That is Canelo Alvarez's position, and we cannot deny it. So the fans can say what they want, but Abel is just speaking the facts that Canelo decides. Doesn't matter what the fans think. So Canelo has put himself there. So Abel understands the business. So whether you guys call it duck or whatever, that's just Canelo where he is.
Let me say, we have a young man named Dimitri Bivol, who's probably the most fundamentally sound fighter, other than Shakur and maybe Davis, I think. But anyway, he's very fundamentally sound. He goes out and beats the number one guy box office wise, which is Canelo, and then he can't fight for over a year. And when he does return, who does he fight? He fights the toughest guy in the division. He's fighting the toughest guy in the division. Why is that? Because he's got no name recognition. They can't sell anything else. He can't sell. Even though he's got so fundamentally sound, his fights are not something people want to see. So he's fighting the toughest guy, and Canelo's fighting the easier guy, even though Canelo lost. Why is that?
Because Bivol is now taking the big fights. But also, we got to remember this. Bivol is not lucky, but he's at the right time, at the right place, while Saudi Arabia, Turkey al-Sheikh, is very interested in making fights. And that's where Bivol got more involved with this Arthur Beterbiev fight.
Yes, honey, but I don't think it's lucky that he's fighting Beterbiev. He's fighting a tough guy. Why?
Yeah. So, Abel, let me tell you, we speak behind the scenes, but the channel's name is WRAPSTAR. So this is the WRAPSTAR of boxing. So when you address me, it's WRAPSTAR. That's what this channel is.
Okay, WRAPSTAR.
Yes, sir. Abel, no, look, Abel, I respect it, man. But you got to remember your mindset is different because you understand the boxing academics and the business, right? So
I think that I understand from a different point of view is what it is. I understand it from the coaches and the management's point of view that's not a fan. So yeah, it is different.
Now, you being a Mexican, was you offended when Canelo said, "I'm not going to fight another Mexican"?
Absolutely not. I don't look at race in this. Race has got nothing to do with the sport.
So why do you think Canelo said that? Why do you think Canelo would say that?
I think it was just something to get away from a question, really to get away from having to answer something that.
Then it came back to him, right? People came back to him. He didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't think he meant it in a racial way. I just think he meant it just to get away from the question, and he's going to go out and fight somebody else.
That's fair to say. Now, look, I've got to ask you a couple more questions about this Canelo situation. Have you heard about the PBC having some problems getting Canelo's guarantee money? That's why the fights are held up right now with Canelo Alvarez. Have you heard anything like this?
Honestly, I have not heard anything about that. I try not to get involved in other people's lives like that. If I did hear it, it would have been if I was still very, very active in the sport. I'm not as active in the management and training part of it now. I only have one fighter right now, so I'm not as active as I used to be. But I have not heard anything.
Okay. My other question is, Canelo being the Mexican fighter he is of today's era, would he ever take Chavez's position, or would Chavez always be the Mexican loved #1 fighter of the world?
He would never take Chavez's position. I think that the fanatical fans, the Mexican fans, I think will always be a Chavez fan. Why? Because Chavez was a people's champion. Canelo's more of a financial champion. Nobody will ever equal what Canelo's done in the sport, at least not in the near future anyway. But I think Chavez, and then maybe Salvador Sanchez, and then maybe Canelo third, is how I think great Mexican fighters are viewed, in my opinion.
All right, now we got to go to this, Abel, and this is about ABEL Sanchez. You got to tell the casuals and the people that people attach you to one of the best fighters that we have seen coming out of that side from, was it Kazakhstan? Gennady Golovkin? Gennady Golovkin, right? If Canelo is this good today, do you believe that Golovkin was the pound-for-pound fighter when Canelo faced him? A lot of people believe he should have won that fight. Do you believe that was unfair? Because if Golovkin would have won, Abel, he would have been the top man of the world. What do you think about this?
Oh, absolutely. I think that he was pound for pound the best fighter in the world at the time.
Yeah.
But this sport is what have you done for me lately kind of sport. You know, it doesn't matter what you done yesterday. It only matters what you do from here on forward. So that we weren't successful on the cards in the second fight. And Canelo goes on to do big things, and Golovkin doesn't do big things. I think that we have to give credit where credit is due. Golovkin didn't do what he should have done after those two fights, as Marquez done after the Pacquiao fights. Every fight was better and better. Golovkin didn't do that. So yeah, but I do feel that we were pound for pound the best fighter when we fought. What happens after depends on what you do.
Who won the first fight?
It was given to you.
Who won that first fight?
I think we won the first fight, and I think the second fight he didn't listen to what I was telling him in the corner. I was asking him not to box this guy. For some reason, he got into his mind that people were saying that he didn't know how to box. The fans were saying that he didn't know how to box. How can a man with 350 amateur fights not know how to box? He proved that in the Lemieux fight, that he could box and he could do his own pace and have his own tempo in there and do what he wanted to do. So he could box. But in the second fight with Canelo, he wanted to box him. He wanted to prove to everybody that he could box. So as a judge, I think as a judge, you're looking at this man backing up and allowing the other guy to come forward. Judge is saying, oh, Canelo must be winning because Golovkin is backing up. When you used to see Golovkin going forward all the time and pounding on somebody, and now you're not seeing him that way, you assume, in my opinion, that the other guy is winning the fight. So I think that was one of the reasons why we weren't successful in the second fight. But I still thought that we, at least successful on the cards, I still thought that we won. But that's my opinion, and I have to be biased about it. But if you would have followed the game plan that we had from the beginning, then I think we would have had the win.
Yeah. So would you say there was any corruption?
No. You know what? We as coaches and managers cannot be so hypocritical to think that we're going to accuse somebody of corruption. What if I did that? Okay, let's just say I did that, and you're my fighter, and in the next fight they give it to us when it should have gone to the other guy. Am I going to be hypocritical and not say nothing?
No, then you can't be real.
We're in a position where we have to be. In the history of boxing, I don't think there's ever been a fight decision that's been overturned, other than maybe drugs or something like that, but overturned because they thought the other guy won. We put our trust in the system, and hopefully it works for everybody the same way.
Okay. Now, I'm going to go straight to this. You and Golovkin don't speak anymore. Is that correct?
We haven't spoken. I wouldn't say that I wouldn't speak to him if I saw him. We haven't spoken in a long time, since 2019. But listen, when you have a fighter for 9.5 years, they're your children. I'm 68 years old, and I've had probably 100 different fighters, and they all have become part of a family. And you can't disown your kids, even though they may do wrong things, or in your opinion, you can't disown them. He's still
You'll
a
always
kid that
have some kind of love for Golovkin, no matter what anybody says. That's your.
no, but it doesn't matter what anybody says. We had great times, a great run. He is in a different place, and I am in a different place because of each other.
That's true. And what do you see for Golovkin today? What do you see next?
Say it again.
What do you see next for Gennady Golovkin?
You know what? I just read somewhere that he was going to be named director of the Kazakhstani amateur program, which I think they would benefit so much from his knowledge. I hope that he doesn't step back into the ring. He's got a beautiful family. He's got a great life ahead of him, and he's got a young son who's a tremendous hockey player. So I think that, for my view, I think I would like to see him enjoy the rest of his life on his terms.
All right, that's nice. That's nice to hear. Because your relationship with Golovkin, was major around the world, especially at a time that you were so loyal to Golovkin that no matter what Canelo or people and the fans were trying to say to you, you were focused on your job. You did get into in the wrong side of Canelo because he did say some stuff about you, but I think was that all part of the strategy of trying to say you need to fight like a Mexican, or did you really mean it, or was that all part of at the time? That's just how you felt about Canelo Alvarez.
Two things, and I think the fans need to keep this in mind: is that when I am with you, I am with you 1,000%. I may alienate, and we're together for 9.5 years. So I may say a lot of things about a lot of different people, about a lot of different fighters, because I'm going to stand up for my fighter. I'm going to stand up for my charge. So no matter what happens, when you finish with that fighter, now you've alienated so many people that there's a lot of people that are against you. But to answer your question, we were trying to promote a fight. We were trying to build the rivalry. So none of it was personal. To me, it was all trying to make sure that the fans understood how we felt at that particular moment against that particular guy. But it was nothing personal against Canelo. I wanted to get under his skin. I wanted him to fight the kind of fight that Golovkin would benefit from. Golovkin unfortunately didn't fight the fight that I wanted him to, but I was trying to get under his skin, but it was never anything personal.
Okay, it was what it was at the time. It looked very personal. It looked like they were very not happy with you, but you went in. You didn't hold back. But like you said, it was part of the journey of promotion as well.
Right. On my end, it wasn't personal. I don't know if they took it personal, but I never meant anything to be derogatory, personal towards him. It was that moment in that fight. After the fight, I never said anything bad about him again. Why? Because we were out of the ring. It didn't matter no more.
Yeah, the journey was done. What do you think of the trilogy? The trilogy between Gennady Golovkin going up at 168 versus Canelo?
I think that if Golovkin would have trained the way that we used to train, I wasn't with him obviously for the third one. I think that he was a different fighter, not only physically, but his approach to the fight was so different. He is an attacker. He is a guy that hurts you and is going to pound on you, whether it's 1 round or 12 rounds. He's going to pound on you until you succumb. And he just wasn't able to do that because he lacked zip. He lacked strength. He lacked that power. When I remember in all our fights, I used to say to Tom Loeffler, our promoter, that I looked for that first significant punch from Golovkin against his opponent, because you saw a change in the opponent's eyes, like saying, "Oh my gosh, this we got to put up with." And I didn't see that in the trilogy fight, in the third fight. I didn't see that kind of strength and power. He's never going to lose power, but power comes from sharpness. Power comes from placement. Power comes from a lot of hard work in the gym, and I didn't see that.
Okay, one big question is, a lot of people say, Abel, that Gennady Golovkin was much older when he took the biggest fights. If he had the opportunity to be with you when he was younger, and you could have, kind of got him into the game a bit sooner, do you think Gennady Golovkin fought all the best fights just after his prime, but still that's how good he was.
You know, that's a very good point. But listen, he did so well later in his career. So could you imagine what he could have done if it had been earlier? I mean, that's how good he was. He could have showed so much more. But you know, you take what you get. You take what you serve. It's just that's the way it is. He took a long time to get to the Olympics, and by the time he turned pro, it was a little late in his life. But he did very well for the time he was here, boxing.
Now, what do you think about a fighter that was not back and forth between, not Gennady Golovkin too much, but between you and Andre Ward's team? What do you think of Andre Ward at the time when Golovkin was at 160 and Andre Ward was at a higher weight class? They were trying to
Andre Ward.
Yeah.
Andre Ward was probably the talent of his time. But as I've said in the past, you have to sell the product.
You said
yes,
it was
because
boring.
I've always said you have to sell the product. Any fighter's got to sell the product. He's got to sell himself. And if he's not doing interviews, if he's not looking spectacular inside the ring, it doesn't matter how many belts. It doesn't matter how many fights he's won. You just said about Shakur Stevenson being the talent that he is. That's Andre Ward. And I think they're associated anyway. I think his managers or something are associated. But anyway, Andre was the talent of his era. I mean, he was the man, but nobody wanted to watch him. So I think that you have to sell the product. You have to be able to sell the product in order for people to buy tickets.
So the skills can't.
Marvin Hagler, they were asking us to move up. Marvin Hagler never moved up.
Mm-hmm.
Why should Gennady move up?
Mm-hmm. But there's a big question. You don't think the skills of certain fighters are not respected because they can't close the show or they're not willing to have a big fight? That's not that smart, but that's actually what sells. But the fighter who's more talented isn't getting the same kind of exposure now and wasn't before, because like you said, Andre Ward was boring, even though he was one of a gifted fighter. He was boring. They still say that worse now. They say that these fighters are boring. What do you think?
No, I wouldn't say he was boring. I mean, come on, to watch him as a coach and as a boxing person, you watch him and he does things that very few people can do. I mean, he did spectacular things inside the ring. He just wasn't flashy enough in the fights to finish. As I've said about David too, you have to be able to sell the product. You have to finish the show. You have to make people remember you to come back in the next fight. If you don't, then you're not doing yourself a favor. I mean, look at this. Rigondeaux was a great technician. Lomachenko's a great technician. Nobody wants to see them, unfortunately. Lara was a great technician in his prime. Nobody wanted to see him. You know, so those are the things that I think that that fight fans maybe don't appreciate. But listen, the people that are in the middle of the business, the boxing people, they know how talented. I know how talented Shakur is. I know how talented Andre was. I know how talented Davis is. We know because we can see it. We see the things that we're trying to teach our fighters that they're doing naturally. So, but it doesn't matter what they can do. If they can't close the show, people are not going to come back. Unfortunately, that's the way the sport is.
Okay, I understand. Now, my other thing is, I want to ask you, a lot of people attach you to Gennady Golovkin, but I know that there's a lot more to you in the sport of boxing. What else have you done in the sport of boxing apart from Golovkin? Because I know you had Big Bear facility. I also know you facilitated a lot of fighters. Can you please tell the people and the casuals who don't know you apart from Golovkin, what else has ABEL Sanchez done in the sport of boxing in his years back?
Well, I think at the beginning of my career, I was fortunate enough to my first world champion was my first fighter period on my own, and my first world champion was a young man named Lupe Aquino. My second fighter on my own was a young man named Terry Norris, who also became champion. My third fighter on my own was Orlin Norris, who also became champion. So that means that my first three fighters were world champions.
So your first three fighters that you put hands with and trained were all world champions.
And when I was training Terry Norris, I got the opportunity to work with a young man who had 9 fights, a young man named Paul Vaden, who I took to 19-0 before I didn't agree with his management. And 2 fights later, or 3 fights later, he wins the world title. So I could say the first 4 fighters were world champions. So I think I've had a blessed career. I've been
But people
able
don't
to
know
coach
this.
some.
People don't know about your past, how much
No,
you've been with these
no,
other fighters, Terry Norris, his
yeah,
brother. It's like they really attach you to Golovkin. I'm so glad you shared this because I've seen you on other channels and they don't talk about you like this. And I'm glad
no,
we're having a different conversation here
yeah.
because we
Also,
get to learn
also when I
from you.
opened,
Go ahead.
yeah, also when I opened the summit,
Yeah.
I had a young guy that had 9 fights that they brought to me right after fighting and almost getting beat by a very tough fighter. This kid's name is Sergey Kovalev. I had him for 9 fights until it got to the point where he just wasn't getting along with the group that I had in my gym. So I asked his manager to please place him somewhere else. But he became a world champion, 2 or 3 fights after he left my gym. I had him for 10 fights and 10 knockouts.
Okay, so are you retired now?
You know what? You can't say that I am. I sold my gym. I sold my gym to Jaime Munguia and his people.
You
But
sold.
yeah,
Wait,
you
wait,
can
wait.
say I am. But right
Go
now I'm
ahead.
leasing his gym back, and I'm training a young man named Arsen Gulamirian who fights Alberto Soto Ramirez on the 30th of March down here in Southern California.
Okay, so you sold your gym to Jaime Munguia and his team, yeah?
Yes, his group.
That's good. That's good. So you're kind of more like semi-retired.
Yeah, semi-retired. This Arsen, who I've had since 2016, talked me into coming back and working with him through this fight and in future fights if it so happens. But he's
a cruiserweight, yeah?
WBA cruiserweight champion. He's made 8 or 9 defenses now, or something like that, 7 or 8 defenses, and he's fighting Sudo for the WBA title. He's defending his title against Sudo Ramirez at a cruiserweight. So it's a good fight for him. It's a good fight for us, and we'll see what happens.
Okay, so you're back in the game. He got you back in the game.
Yeah, you could say that like that.
Hey, listen, they tried to take a man out, but you can't take a man with
No,
all tricks out.
but I've always said that if the right opportunity comes along, of course I'm willing to discuss anything. I still have a lot to give, and if the right opportunity comes, I don't want to start again with a fresh face that's got a long career, 4 or 5 years. The right opportunity is offered to me. I'm of course contemplating.
All right, Abel, before I do let you go, because I do want to let you go, because this has been a great conversation, and I want to save it for another day when we obviously, hopefully, reschedule you in a couple of months, right? So
Absolutely.
I want to tell you this. We got lots of people coming in. We got Australia in the building. We got America. We got Mexico. We got Puerto Rico. These are the kind of people that's in the channel now. We got England. We've got people. I've got Ireland in here. So we got different types of people. I'm going to run down with you with some fighters. I want your opinion on the fights and the fighter. And if you can just give us a few minutes, I'm going to start with this fighter now. And with this fight, we have a fighter coming from Australia who has a DNA of a world champion of his father. And his father is a legend in Costa Tzu. Tim Tszyu is making a lot of noise lately. And Tim Tszyu, after beating certain American fighters, is coming to America now. He's at America again, and he's fighting Keith Thurman. What do you think of the young chap, Tim Tszyu?
Well, I'm happy to see him fighting here in the States because I think that this is where he's going to get the recognition that he deserves. He deserves it. I fought one of my fighters against his father. His father was a great talent, big puncher, good young man. Tim has got a fight on his hands against Thurman that is going to test him a little bit early, I think. I think he'll be too big and too strong for Keith. But Keith hasn't fought in a while, but he's going to give Tszyu, I think, what is necessary with a veteran like Keith. He's going to give him those rounds that are necessary for him to improve and to get better and hopefully get to the point where his father was. I doubt that he will, but hopefully he will.
Okay. So you got Tim winning that fight against Keith Thurman now, yeah?
Yeah, I think Keith is young, fresh. Keith is a little old in the tooth and hasn't fought in a while, hasn't fought quality opponents, and they're moving up from 147 to 154. And Keith really hasn't knocked anybody out at 47 lately. 155. So it should be difficult.
Yes, 155, Abel.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the next division. It's a 154-pound champion fighting Keith.
Yeah, that's correct. Okay. I want to ask you about I don't know about you. You have different kinds of opinions about Ryan Garcia, and somebody sent me an email and said that Abel said that Ryan got a good chance of beating Devin Haney. Now, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, how's that fight going?
Seriously, I think that's a 50-50 fight. I was never high on Ryan Garcia as far as a talented fighter, like you mentioned, Shakur and Davis and even Haney. But he's got a punch that very few guys. I think that he and Matias probably are the biggest punchers at 140. And I saw Devin Haney get hurt in a couple fights. Ryan lands a shot. Devin Haney is not Gervonta Davis. So Gervonta Davis knows how to set traps. Gervonta Davis knows how to do a lot of things in the ring that very few guys do. So if Haney is not on his game for 12 rounds, for 3 minutes out of every round, Ryan can land a shot and hurt him. Ryan is probably, like I said, second biggest puncher at that weight.
Okay, because people think that Devin Haney just got too much good experience and Haney has improved while Ryan hasn't really improved that much. But hey, you see a fight different to certain people see a fight.
Well, we don't know how much Ryan has improved. Now he's been with Derek now for Derek James for a little while. Derek James is a hell of a coach. So if Derek can improve him 5-10%, it's something nobody's done in the past. So yeah, Devin is an exceptional talent, but like I said, offense wins fights, not defense.
Okay. Hey, listen, Ryan Garcia definitely got a punch, but that you need more than a punch against Devin Haney.
True.
You need more than a punch. I think Devin Haney has definitely grown as a fighter, and I just think Ryan Garcia needs to set some traps up for Haney. And the only way the good thing I think he's got going for him is pretty fast, Abel, and I think if he can punch with Devin, he's got a chance to catch him.
Yeah, and it's 12 rounds too, so he can. You remember the young man from Las Vegas that was fighting John Molina. Remember, he was beating John Molina to a pulp for 10 rounds, and all of a sudden John Molina lands one shot and the fight's over. What's that? What was his name? It was in Vegas. Oh man, I forget the name. But anyway, a puncher always has a chance, and when there's going 12 rounds, and the other thing, not only about a punch that Ryan has pretty quick hands too. So he may be the faster of the two. Devin is definitely more talented, but one punch can change things.
That's for sure. And 100%, Ryan Garcia got the speed. He has got speed and he's got punching power. So you can never count him out. Just like people call him a casual boxer, social media boxer. They're very mistaken, aren't they?
They're mistaken because he has improved. When I first talked about him, he really hadn't gotten to the point where he was going to be able to compete on a higher level. And for some reason, maybe the fights, I disagreed with how they were bringing him up because they were rushing him. But he's made good strides in his career. Maybe it's because of the guys he's fighting. But now he's got an opportunity to train in Canelo's camp. He's got an opportunity to train now with Derek James, and Derek James has got some very good fighters. So I'm sure that he's going to be improved. How much improved, who knows? But he's always going to have the power. So we'll see.
Okay. What do you think about the fight coming up with Tyson Fury versus Usyk for the undisputed heavyweight championship? How do you see this?
I think that if people are judging Tyson Fury from the last fight, they're making a big mistake. I don't think Usyk is making that mistake. I think Usyk will be very well prepared, but I think Tyson is the talent. Tyson is the best heavyweight in the world right now, in my opinion. He's going to be mentally and physically prepared. Unfortunate headbutt that they caused that cut that really a cut like he had before. They never heal. It takes years for cuts to heal. They're always raw underneath. So that headbutt that he got caught with opened it up, and hopefully it doesn't open up in the Usyk fight. But he's going to be well prepared. He's going to be in shape. He's going to be prepared physically and mentally, and I think he beats Usyk.
Got ya. So last couple of things. Naoya Inoue, what do you think of him as a fighter?
I've only seen him once. I saw him fight down here live at the StubHub down in Southern California, and very talented. Not only very talented, but he's moved up from what 105 to the weight that he's at now, and still knocking people out in dramatic fashion. So he's one of those special talents that needs to be here fighting in the States. I think I said that in another interview. Just like Tim Tszyu coming to America to fight, I think that Inouye needs to be here for people to take notice of what a not only a great champion, but what a talent he is.
You have to hit more in America, because you're more in America. You hit it kind of like gives you the more credibility, you think, around the world. But he's actually a star in his own country.
Oh, of course, no, he's a star. He's a star everywhere in Asia. But in order to get the recognition, boxing recognition, I think it has to happen here.
No, that's for sure. How do you feel about who's the pound for pound number 1, 2 to you?
It all depends on how you're asking me. If you're asking me as boxing wise, or who's running the sport and who's the face of boxing, it's Canelo.
Oh yeah, Canelo's the face. Canelo's
yes.
The biggest.
Now, as far as talented, you got Inouye, you got Crawford, you have Canelo, of course, Bivol. Depends on what happens against Better Be It, but all those guys are very talented boxing wise. But who is the number one? I always look at the number one pound for pound is, to me, who is running boxing, who is the face of boxing. To me, it's Canelo.
Okay, so would you say to the Americans that Tank Davis is the face of boxing in America? I mean,
not yet. He may be. To me, listen, he's one of my favorite fighters. He is definitely one of my favorite
Tank
fighters.
Davis?
I just think he's got something that we can't teach. He's got what Roberto Duran had. He just got something mean inside of him that he just wants to hurt you. He's going to figure out a way to hurt you. He may be a little guy, short in stature, but he's going to figure out how to hurt you, and he's going to hurt you.
Yeah, but would you say to all the boxing world and the boxing fans that come and debate on a day-to-day basis, and they say that Tank Davis is the most protected fighter, none of the fighters that he's fought are even on the level of the fights that these young guys, way younger than them, are facing better challenges. And they feel that Tank Davis's challenges have been very strategic and very, very in a way that if you look at the other guys, they took more serious fights than he did. So would you say to those guys that Tank Davis ain't facing the tough fights?
Like I said a little while ago, he is one of my, if not my top 3. He's definitely in the top 3. If he's not number 2 for me. He's my favorite fighter, but I would rate Crawford ahead of him if you're telling me pound for pound. Crawford's done more in the sport than Tank. But Tank will be there. Tank will start fighting, will be able to start fighting. He's had some personal and issues outside the ring that I think had prevented him from really doing what the other guys are doing. If he can straighten that out, then I think he will be up there in the pound for pound very, very soon.
Okay. And last couple of fighters before, we let you go. There's another fighter coming out of Puerto Rico. His name is Subriel Matias. Can you please elaborate? What do you think of Subriel Matias? I mean, he hasn't fought the top guys yet, but he's been destroying a lot of people. What do you think of him?
I love watching him. I love watching him because it reminds me a lot of when we first started with Golovkin. He has got so much power in his hands, in both hands, that anything can happen at any moment in a fight. What I really liked about his last fight is that he was so patient, allowed Ergashev to do the things that he wanted to do and punch at him, and he took everything and he blocked a lot of them. But then once he figured out the speed and the tempo and everything, the rhythm that his opponent was fighting at, then he was able to take him apart. He was able to take him apart in everything he hit him with, just like when Golovkin was in his heyday. Everything he hit him with, he hurt him. Everything he hit him with made his opponent, Ergashev, retreat, not only physically but mentally. And by the time they stopped the fight, I think I was at a party with about 7 or 8 people. I said, they're going to stop this fight. He's already taken his mind. He's physically too strong for him, and he's already taken his mind. He's not going to quit, but somebody in his corner has got to have compassion enough to understand when they look at a fighter that he doesn't want to go no more. And sure enough, I think it was a round after that they stopped the fight. But he took his mind. He took his will away from him. And that's what those kind of punchers, those kind of heavy hitters will do to you.
All right. Okay, Abel, it's been a pleasure. I really appreciate your time for giving the time to the fans. And next time, let's get you on the channel so the fans actually, we can interact. They'll come here and they want to ask you questions. I hope we can set the stream up where I'm gonna find a way that get you onto the stream next time you come.
Absolutely.
And it's been a
Absolutely.
great. Go ahead, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for having me, and you have a great rest of the week.
Yeah, we really appreciate your time, Abel. And like I said, you're still back in the game. Please tell everyone what's the next fight and your fighter's name that Abel Sanchez is training against Zurdo Ramirez. Who's the fighter, please? Could you please explain and tell us when the fight is?
He's an Armenian, born in Armenia. He's raised in France. His name is Arsen Goulamirian.
Mm.
He's a WBA cruiserweight champion. He's 27-0 with I think 22 knockouts. He fights March the 30th down here in Southern California. He'll be defending his title against Hugo Ramirez.
All right, we can't wait. We'll be keeping our eyes on that fighter. And let's set up a stream one day in the next couple of months. But we really appreciate your time, Mr. Abel Sanchez.
Thank you for having me. You have a great night.
Yeah, great. Catch you soon.
Bye-bye.
Boy, oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, I had to let Abel go, man, because, we've been enjoying this interview a bit too long. You know what I'm saying? We've been going on for an hour, bro. Come on. Me and Abel went on for an hour. And, just kept going. So I said, yo, man, he's cool. Nah, Abel's cool. I like the way he answered his own questions. He's straightforward. Hey, each for their own, right? Each for their own. And he came and he answered all the questions. So it is what it is. And, he came to give us some time. So, yo, man, big up to Abel Sanchez. And he did some great stuff with Gennady Golovkin. Yeah, man. Abel Sanchez and Golovkin were big. Like he said, my fighter was nearly pound for pound number one. Him and Golovkin really did do a lot of shit, bro. So, yeah, man, big up to Abel Sanchez coming here to WRAPSTAR Boxing Knowledge. Come on, man. I gave you guys this interview. We just chopped it up. But look, at the end of the day, it is what it is. And Abel Sanchez, he's semi-retired. He just sold his gym. He just sold his gym to Jaime Munguia. Abel Sanchez just sold his gym, bro, to Jaime Munguia. So look at that. Jaime Munguia's big in the game. He just bought the gym, and Jaime Munguia owns the gym now, bro. Yes, man. That's what I like to see. Great. Zaki says, great. Salute for a good night. Yo, Frank says, hell of an interview. Look at that. Frank giving me my flowers, bro. Frank said that was a hell of an interview, man. Shit. Go on, man. Because Frank don't credit many people. Trust me. Yes, man. Pound for pound live. Says, great live rap. Abel, you have to address me as WRAPSTAR. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because he don't know who he's talking to, bro. Sir, I said, I heard some, sir. Nah, man, I don't know what I heard. I said, yo, Abel, you're on WRAPSTAR Boxing Knowledge. No, but look, man, he went deep in the game. He said he likes Tim Tszyu. He likes how Tim Tszyu fights. He said Canelo is the man. Canelo speaks, everybody be quiet. And he said that Canelo just has to make a noise because Canelo's at the top. He said Canelo picks and chooses who he wants. You understand? He said Canelo picks and chooses who he wants. Big up to Abel Sanchez, bro. But yeah, man, let me see who's in the chat. Bro. Let's see who's in the chat. Yes, mate. Texas 16 South. What's going on? Yo, CBR said rap was cooking. Yeah, why did you cut him off? He wanted to keep talking boxing. Yo, bro, how long you want me to talk to the guest? Abel. I know you share the same first name with Abel Sanchez. Abel Sanchez did some crazy shit with Golovkin. He was the man. He went against Canelo Alvarez. He spoke his direct about Canelo, and he gave Canelo his flowers, bro. But come on, man, Rapstar was going on for an hour, over an hour. You know what I mean? Gotta give a man a break. I said, man, look, Abel, I gotta let you go now, and we catch you later, man. You know what I mean? I want to ask him everything all at once. Let him just chill, bro. He gave me too much. I thought he'd be gone in 30 minutes. He was liking it too much. He said, man, this is the best interview I've ever had, maybe. He thought, this is the best interview I've ever had. Nah, I'm just joking. Nah, Abel, cool. Abel's cool. Zachy King, what's going on? Yo, General in the house. Abel, Mr. No Fluff. Yo, Danny Medina. Danny Medina says, great interview, Rat. We appreciate you. Man, I can't believe you guys appreciate the interview. You know what I mean? But no, we spoke some good shit, though. No, we spoke some good shit, man. We did. Talking about the inside of Canelo's fight with Golovkin, his relationship with Golovkin. You know what I mean? He spoke some good shit, bro. But look, I couldn't even get the link game, and I got him onto the phone. That's where you got to put respect on my name. I made the interview work. You understand? I made it happen. Zachy in the house. Yo, the boxing kangaroo. Yes, mate. Yes, bruv. You see what he said? He said Tim Tszyu. He said he got Tim Tszyu busting up fucking Keith Thurman. Hey, boxing kangaroo. He said Tim Tszyu he's gonna do it. Wow. Abel Sanchez likes Mexican Zoo. Abel Sanchez likes Mexican Zoo against Furman. Oh shit. Oh shit. He said Mexican Zoo's gonna win, bruh. Yes, yes. Hey, let me see what's going on here, bro. Yeah, you like that, innit? Pound for pound. You have to address me as Rapstar, bro. You got to address me as Rapstar here, man. He didn't know what hit him, bro. He didn't even know what hit him. Yo, Alonzo, General. Yo, Palm Strike, what's happening, bro? Pat Greedy, what's going on? Leo. Yes, Leo. What's happening? What's going on, people? Ray P in the house. You understand? Ray P in the house, NL in the house. Yeah, man. He was shocked. Shocked about what, bro? Huh? Shocked about what? What was he shocked about? What do you mean he was shocked? What are you talking about, people? Yeah, tell them pound for pound. You know what I mean? Tell them people. But yo, give me a second. Hey, what's going on, mate? Carl in the house.
Good interview, mate. Good
Thank
interview.
you, mate. Thank you. I don't expect people to give me such flowers, bro. Did I really conduct a great interview with him?
Beautiful. It was beautiful. It was a good interview. I wish I wanted to get asked fucking who deserves the Canelo fight if Benavidez doesn't. But
yeah, that would be a good one. Who should we give the fight to?
Yeah,
You know
yeah, because he's saying
now,
David
he's not saying that Benavidez doesn't. He just said Canelo Alvarez can pick who he wants, and fans need to understand
he said
that.
Benavidez hasn't done enough. He said he
No,
hasn't.
he did say that Benavidez can do more.
But I mean,
to get the fight.
Who's better? Who's better? Has it got to be someone from 160? Because we've dipped our toes in the 154 pound pool. What are we doing? The 160 pound next?
Yeah, but
Like,
let me tell you this though, bruv.
piss or get off the pot, mate. Fuck,
You
man.
know what it is, yeah? I'm having an interview with him. So I'm not really looking to rebuttal him either. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
Because
I know.
it's
You
like
don't want to get on their
look,
bad side.
it's like if Andrew Maloney comes here, because listen, I spoke to them the other day after I remembered I ain't said nothing to them. So he said I'm gonna set something up. I ain't gonna fucking not agree or disagree with my guest, because what I'll be doing is I'll be
Nah.
going from Rapstar boxing knowledge, which is an educated, a very smart, very, very, very good look. Who can ask questions for 60, 70 minutes, one after one, and
Yeah, I
keep a
know.
very,
I
very
know
highly,
they won't be around long.
one of the best trainers, keep him entertained in highly intellectual questions, so he keeps moving. You know, you gotta have some kind of a, I
Yeah.
did that for 70 minutes.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'd be no good with the channel. I'd be no good. I'd be lucky to have someone stick around 5 minutes, and they'd probably get the shits and never come back, because
So I
I
can't
just
be
can't.
Rapstar boxing knowledge to Rap Montana and my
Nah,
own
you're right.
guest.
Exactly. Nah, you're pissing in your own
That's
Kool-Aid.
stupid, isn't it? So
That's
I,
right. You can't
yeah,
do that.
look, look. Everyone's got opinions, and it's all good. You know, at the end
Yeah.
of the day, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Nah, it was a good interview, man. Good interview. Very knowledgeable dude. I didn't agree with some of the stuff he said, but hey, we've all, like you said, bro, everyone's got a fucking opinion.
Look, man.
We're entitled to our opinion.
Look, he's done a lot in the game. He gave us
Oh,
the
yeah. How's
inside
the
of
fighters he's had, man?
yeah,
Fucking Terry Norris.
yeah.
He's had some fucking killers in his camp.
Tell you the truth, though, I know he feels it, because when Golovkin had that first fight with Canelo, if they'd given a nod to Golovkin and not made it a draw, Golovkin would have been the top of the world. He would have reached to another even level, right?
Yeah.
It's just like I knew they felt done by when they never got the nod on the fight versus Canelo. And don't forget, Abel Sanchez and Canelo went back and forth. It became nasty between them at that time when the fight was going on.
Yep.
So, it was a different time, bro. But look, at the end of the day, that's why I like having different guests, because whether you agree or you don't agree with people, it doesn't matter.
Oh,
right?
you can still have a civilized conversation, can't
Yeah,
you?
man.
You know?
At the end of the day, you don't have to. Yeah. So I
Yeah,
like having different people's opinions and
how boring
different.
would the world be if we all fucking agreed?
Yeah. So it's all good, man. Abel Sanchez is a good dude. I like.
Yeah.
He's a good dude. That's how I see it.
How much you reckon he got for that fucking gym rat?
I don't know. He sold the gym to Jaime Munguia.
Yeah. That's probably how he knocked out John Ryder, was just with the connection, with the Abel Sanchez connection.
He sold the fucking gym to Jaime Munguia just now. So, hey,
Yep.
man. But yo, I'm glad you enjoyed Carl.
It was brilliant.
Yeah. But what? So yeah, Frank said it was a good interview.
Yeah,
It was
man.
good, mate.
It was a great interview. He was speaking his mind. Like there was no pauses. It wasn't like he was trying to think. He said a lot of real shit.
Yeah, regardless, even if he thinks they beat Canelo, he still had nothing bad in his heart. He actually defended Canelo. He says, "Now fuck everyone. Canelo's right." So he didn't even downplay Canelo one bit, did he?
No,
Nah.
I'm telling you, this is what I said. I've been saying these things. That's the crazy thing. Is like he basically confirmed everything that I've said. I told you guys, he said it. David needed to do more. Did I or did I not? Come on, your channel and say that. And these motherfuckers are crying and bitching and moaning, trying to cook me.
Yeah, but
I
who's his
mean,
next fight,
everybody's got
man?
their own
Who's
opinions
his
on
next
that. But
fight
when I
then?
did ask him that, because I'm going to edit that part of the interview, when I said to him, Canelo's facing opponents way less than David Benavidez, he never really had nothing to say. And that's when I'm going to edit. He said, look, we can't take away from what Canelo where he's reached to. So he can pick and choose who he wants. So I said, is that such a thing as ducking? Do you agree? Did you see the word they use? And he goes, see, at the end of the day, he's not. But what he's saying is that Canelo's reached the standard to do what he wants. But go ahead, Carl.
I just don't. If he's fighting at 168, right, and he's undisputed at 168, and he's done some wicked things at 168. Stop fighting these dudes in lower divisions. Don't fight Jamel Charlo. That's a shit fight. That's a terrible fight. If it's not David, then who is it? If David's not the man, then who's done more at 168 to deserve the shot? I don't know. To me, it's a no-brainer, man. It's a no-brainer.
Well, that's why you said Mayweather did it. I've been saying that. I said that before. I said Mayweather did it. He was a cherry picking fraud, and everybody was in their feelings crying about it. But I said that. I've been saying it, and all these people get in their feelings. But he confirmed. He said Canelo has reached the level he can do what he wants to do. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, but at least Mayweather dropped the belts.
And Mayweather never went undisputed. You know what I mean? Like, come on,
No,
like
but he dropped
he's supposed to be
belts.
CDE, but it don't matter. He never went undisputed. Like, we're trying to compare and contrast, but the point was being that Canelo earned the right to do what he wants. He also Tyson Fury earned the right to do what he wants.
Well, obviously the belts mean something to
is.
Canelo. Obviously the belts mean something to Canelo, right? Right? Am I right?
No, it's just a negotiating. It's a chess piece. No, listen. It's what Abel said. There's a lot of factors like your style, your excitement. That's why he pinpointed David. David, even though we think what David is, he still needed to prove himself. I had been saying these things.
But Jamel Charlo was worthy.
But it's always going to go back. He can do what he wants. Mayweather did it. Like, it's always going to lead back to that. Mayweather did it. Tyson Fury's doing it. He fought an MMA guy like Mayweather did at the end of his career.
Yeah, but
then Tyson Fury did it.
I said the same thing, Carl.
He said 5 years.
I said
he
the
said
same
5
thing.
years.
I said if he fights lesser fighters, is that okay for Canelo to keep fighting lesser fighters? They said that's what Canelo will do. He don't give a fuck about the fans. Abel said, look, Canelo's a person who looks at business, where he's achieved, what he's done. He's not interested in what people think he reckons.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm a bit old school like that then. I just like seeing the best fight the best. I don't like the circus. I don't like the circus in town, these jumping weight divisions, fighting MMA fighters. It's for the dogs. It's for the dogs.
Well, but that's why he also mentioned Bivol. Why, like Bivol, even though he beat Canelo, why is he fighting a tougher fight? He said, why is Bivol doing that? And it went back to the back foot bitching thing. That's another thing he said. It's because he's not exciting. He doesn't excite the crowd. Nobody wants to see him. So he has to face the tougher challenge in better beer. It's like Abel was dropping so many gems, you just really have to piece it all together. And it just went over everybody's head. But it's things I had been telling you guys.
Abel, look at that. I'll bring the man to bring gems. Hey, look, man.
Yeah, like the gem, like the gem he dropped when he said he's only seen Inoue fight once. That was a real gem. That was a great gem. Fuck, that was a good gem. I'm so grateful to hear that.
He said
definitely got his finger on the pulse. Fuck.
No, he cool though. I like.
Oh, he's cool. Yeah, he's cool as fuck. But yeah, I'd pull up on the gems a bit. Fuck, that's getting a bit excited.
Hey, look, man.
But I totally agree.
What did I say to him, Carl? You must make Canelo fans really happy right now.
That's what he said. It's just jealousy. If you're hating, it's just jealousy. They're just people that are going to be jealous of him. Like that clown last night. The Mexicans. Yeah, it's jealousy. Remember he was trying to say that shit? The Mexicans are saying this. I said, bro, they're not the ones that are buying the fights. They don't matter. You know what I mean? If it was really all that, they would have supported David from the get-go. But they don't. It's just bullshit. It's just jealousy.
I just think the next in line at 168 is David Benavidez and no one fucking else.
And they're going to fight, Carl. I know you like boxing. Yeah. They're going to fight. Listen. They're going to fight. It's just like Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. You waited 6 years for it. You waited 4 years for Bud Crawford and Earl Spence. They're going to fight. It makes too much sense. There's too much money. They're just building it up. Like, come on. That's what he was talking about. David needed to build his profile. He's building his profile. It's what we said. They're going to fight. Like, you got everybody just jealous and complaining, but they're going to fight.
I'm just gonna wait till I hear the next fight is announced, and then I'll pass judgment.
No, well, I mean that's even Bivol better be of how they've been champions in the same weight class for 2 years and now they're barely fighting and it took Saudi money. They were never gonna fight. It took a bigger bag to make it happen. So
Talk
let's
that
not
talk,
act like
mastermind.
Hey,
Mastermind, talk that talk.
but it's signed. It's done. It's a done deal.
yeah, but
So,
it took how long did it take? 2
Mastermind.
years? It took 2 years. And let's not act like it happened right off the bat.
Is he ducking, mastermind?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. What he gonna wait till he said like Floyd Mayweather Pacquiao. I remember Pacquiao got knocked out Tim Bradley. He gonna wait till he got a couple losses. What you saying? It's gonna happen. That ain't what we wanted. That Mayweather is not a good comparison, sir.
Hey, the jealous hoes come out. You know what I mean? This is where the jealous hoes come out. Go ahead, jealous hoe. Speak your nonsense.
No,
We're
you
talking boxing. We're talking boxing. Come on.
you said Pacquiao Mayweather. We waited for it, but did we get it? We got it after he lost a couple times. So you saying?
And what did it matter? It's the biggest selling pay-per-view. So what is your point?
No, I'm saying, but that's what you want. So you want Benavidez to lose, and then you want him to fight him
What does
then.
it matter? That's the fight people want, then it's gonna happen. It makes too much sense. They're gonna make money, they're just building it up.
I mean, for me, I want Canelo to be the first to beat him personally. I mean, how you feel about it?
I don't care. He's gonna fight who he wants to fight. They're gonna fight. If you just use common sense,
Who you
like what Abel said. Did you even listen to what he said? I mean, can you even tell me what he said?
Who you think gonna win the
No,
fight?
I'm asking you, what did he say? David needed to build his profile up. Did you hear that part?
Who do you think gonna win the fight?
Hey, Carl.
yo,
Abel is God.
he's what?
Abel is God.
Oh yeah, he's the fucking man.
He's the man.
Yeah, I
He's the
want
fucking man.
Tank Davis to fight Devin Haney. I don't want nobody else to beat Devin. I want Tank to beat him. I want Canelo to beat Benavidez. Make the fight happen. I don't want he keep fighting these dangerous fights. He bound to lose.
That's where marinating gone wrong.
Exactly. AJ Wilder. Do you need an example? It never happened, sir, and it never will. Just like Benavidez Canelo.
No, but you know what?
Well, they didn't do his part. What does it matter?
Frank.
All he had to do was win a fight.
I know that Frank is standing on his side because he feels like people are saying bad things about fighters where they need to be patient because other fighters made people wait. So now you guys get the same treatment. So I understand where Frank's coming from as well because Frank's like, look, it happens before. It's going to happen sometimes again. It is what it is. Boxing's bullshit. So stop complaining. He said stop complaining because it's happened before.
But sometimes they never fight, though. Don't say they always fight. Pryor and Sugar Ray
they're not. Mayweather never held up a division. Mayweather never held up the division.
He never went undisputed. Like
Never held up
ducking.
the division.
Because he was ducking those other fighters.
Of course he was.
So that's why. Like that's an irrelevant. That's irrelevant, bro. If he was
hang on to the
undisputed
belts.
and did it.
This goes back to my.
How long
back to my question. Obviously, the
Mayweather's
belts mean something to Canelo.
has Canelo Alvarez been undisputed and he's ducking? Now you just you arguing against yourself. You saying he never been Canelo?
I'm just saying. No. And Abel's not God. I'm just saying he speaks for a lot of people. That's what he said. I speak as a manager and a boxing coach. It is just understanding how it works. That's all you got to do. You sound like a jealous hoe. That's what you sound like because you're going against reason and logic. They're gonna fight. It's the last fight. They're building it up. Like what more do you need to understand?
Hey, look,
David needed to build his profile up.
Did you not even hear what Abel said? He said, I know most of the reason why Canelo ain't facing David Benavidez even yet is he don't like the way they speak about him. He told me. And I told him I had his dad over here in this channel and he already knows.
You gotta suck his dick. You gotta suck his dick.
Wait. Yeah, you're right, Cole. He said Canelo's the sort of person you gotta know how to take that fight. So he was saying that Benavidez need to watch how they need to speak about him. Like
that sounds like he don't want to fight right there.
Wow.
Type of crazy. Oh, I don't like how that means like you a pussy. Nah, he sound like
what are we playing here? Are we playing fucking chess?
Frank, is Canelo a bitch? I don't like it. Is it business?
Yeah. Are we playing fucking chess or are we boxing here? You gotta talk your shit. You gotta talk your shit, man. Fuck.
That nigga mad because that nigga ducking. Don't get mad at us because he ducked.
Nah, Mayweather did it. He did it the most. I mean, we want to talk about ducks. He did it the most.
Canelo.
I mean, look, man, I'm just telling you, you're saying nonsense. You sound like a jealous hoe. I mean, fix your mic. I mean, can't you sound underwater, bro? Look, man, it is what it is. That's what people think. That's what people know. You know what I mean? You just sound like a jealous hoe. Like you make no
Oh, I
sense
know what it
ever.
is, man. It's he can do what he wants. I get it. I get it.
A pussy.
He can do what he wants. But
King
if
of pussies, nigga.
if he's a killer,
Oh
if
no.
he's the killer that we think he is, that I think he is, just take the fucking Benavidez fight, man, and shut every cunt up.
He too dangerous of an opponent.
They're
He
going to. Like, what do you not understand? What do you not? What is it? What is not computing that they build the fights up? We've seen it. The last fight they were supposed to. They took Earl Spencer and Crawford 4 years, and they negotiated for a year and a half. We've literally been on these chats arguing who was ducking who between Earl Spencer and Bud Crawford. Like we literally did
So
that.
you gotta wait maybe on those things, you gotta wait another maybe year and a half, 2 years.
Hey, what about that middleweight champion Charlo was trying to fight and then he lost, the one from DC? Remember him? They were trying to build that up and they both fucked around and lost?
Wow.
Tony Harrison.
Not Tony Harrison, the guy out of DC, the big guy, 160.
Hey, let me
Big
tell
part-
you guys something. I might have some inside information who Canelo might be facing next. And you guys, none of you guys thought of this opponent. If
Is
I
it the
say
IBF?
opponent,
Is it the
not
IBF,
one of-
Mando?
Not one of you guys have thought about this opponent.
Berlanga.
Mm-mm. I want at least 10 people to say, "Rap, tell us." Otherwise, I'm not going to say fuck all. Go on, carry on. Go on, mastermind.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna take the fight at all.
And Billy.
I don't think he's gonna take the fight, WRAPSTAR.
Okay.
William Skull.
Jared Hurd, that's who I'm talking about. Remember Jared Hurd and Charlo was trying to build the fight?
Rap, is it anyone in 168? Is it anyone in 168?
You guys are lucky, but it just might have just missed the fight. If Charlo can't make it, hey, mastermind.
Hey, you remember Jared Hurd and Charlo was trying to
You
build the
cut
fight?
me off. I'm just going to be quiet. Go ahead.
Jared Hurd and Charlo was trying to build a fight. Did it ever happen? No. So this stupid motherfucker sounds stupid. Talking about, oh, they building it. Sometimes you build to nothing. Just like Charlo and Jared Hurd.
Who the
right,
fuck
Carl,
is Jared Hurd?
Carl,
Whoever said his name, shut the fuck
listen,
up.
in order for Canelo to do more greatness, he just missed it by an inch. Because if Charlo can't make it, guess who the other American fighter's there for him to move up? Badu Jack.
Oh, yeah. Another easy fight.
Badu Jack's massive. He's huge. And Canelo will face him at cruiserweight.
And Frank will be
Just
right.
to show the Americans, to shut the Americans up. He wants to do this. He don't want no other. He wants to show people what he can do to Americans. Right?
Didn't Badu Jack shut him down?
Right.
That was before.
Well, hang on. Canelo doesn't like people talking bad about him. How the fuck does he get back?
Nah, the Badu Jack fight won't happen. You know why? Badu vacated his belt.
Yeah, because he knows he don't want to face Jai Appetite.
Badu Jack vacated that belt.
Frank, the type of dude wanting to go up and fight Bivol or fight Betterby. He'd rather him fight him than fight Canelo.
See, and that's where David's fucked. Look, David can't hang around at 168 forever. He's not going to be there forever.
Frank ditch ass and shit.
He goes up to 175 and he's got to face Bivol or Beterbiev.
Right. Because Canelo's smart enough to duck him. Canelo doing the right thing. Frank just lying and shit.
Should I tell you what Canelo's done to a lot of the fans? He's giving them a lot of frustration, Frank. And he's giving a lot of fans, especially some American fans, they mentally get crazy, bro. And, Canelo's got boxing world on. Canelo's got the whole boxing world ready to go mentally crazy, bro. Yeah? There's one side of fans saying, fuck you, motherfuckers. You need to fight this guy. There's another side of fans saying Canelo's going to do what he needs to do. And just like what other people are saying that you're gonna just have to wait and see if it, because Charlo's what's made everybody thinking, what the fuck? Hey, we should make a comedy show out of this, bro.
Hey,
It's
Rap,
funny. A lot of people are in their fields, bro.
This is going crazy, bro.
let me ask you this, Rap Star. How many more losses can Canelo take before that Benavidez fight loses steam? Because he already lost one to Bivol.
Well, Benavidez can't stay at 168 for another 2 years, mate. He can't keep fighting at 168. The dude's a monster. The dude's a giant.
Yeah. But you see where we got in boxing now? Mayweather made his enemies even pussies. So even the people that said he did wrong, when Canelo do the same thing, now they well, Mayweather did it, so why the fuck you don't love? You should love Mayweather then. If you giving him as an example.
Exactly.
Why are you? He's the biggest ducker, so Canelo the second biggest ducker. What are they trying to say? We got to get to the bottom of this.
I think when you're the face of boxing, you don't have to face the best. That's what that means.
Yep, you're right.
That's what that means. That means.
So what do you mean? The face of boxing means just look at my face.
Yep. He's the face of boxing means he does whatever he wants and he fights guys in other weight classes and and just like makes guys look second rate.
But that's exactly the truth, because even the boxing people in the business, and respect to ABEL Sanchez, he said when Canelo is basically the man who decides, fans don't matter.
Yeah.
That's it. So it don't matter what you guys think.
Fucking sad.
The face, or in Tank Davis, look at the tattoos.
Well, before Floyd Mayweather, who did that before Floyd Mayweather?
Who was ducking people?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's not long we've had this in our sport. Like, you know what I mean? Like this face of boxing shit.
They've been ducking since the beginning of the time.
But
Sugar Ray Leonard ain't fight Aaron Pryor.
The fan says, Palm Strike says, I feel away because we pay their salary. Wow.
Yeah, but in
reality today, you don't pay Canelo's salary. Canelo has reached to such a level that his sponsors, his guarantee is only there because of the certain kind of a playing field and foundation that Canelo has left. So
I just want to say this before I forget, Rap.
Go ahead.
Fuck, I've lost it. Fuck.
Hey, based on what you're saying, Rap.
On Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard took 3 years off with a detached retina and had a tune-up fight with marvelous Marvin Hagler. Like, if you want to talk about him ducking people, mate, like, look what he did for his comeback fight after 3 years off. He fought fucking Hagler.
So what do you think about the new thing that's coming out now? If you say stuff straightforward about a fighter, you're a hater, or you're this and that,
or you're someone else's fanboy. That's I noticed that gets thrown around a lot.
Still beat two of the most dangerous guys, Pacquiao, Canelo Alvarez. Canelo impossible to beat. He beat him.
Exactly.
So that's better than what Canelo giving you.
Mayweather. You talking about Mayweather? Yeah.
Canelo got a better victory than Pacquiao and Canelo himself.
No, Mayweather's resume is at this moment very underlooked. He's got one of the best resumes in the world of boxing. People can say what they want. He wasn't no pretty boy for no reason. He was knocking fucking dudes the fuck out. Yeah? You want to talk about Mayweather, bro? People are just haters as well. Because look at what Mayweather did. Not like this Haney and everybody else today wants multi-millions and chains. He worked for that. He became something extra great. He beat Gennaro Hernandez, which had 10 title defenses. They put Mayweather in with a guy, who had 10 title defenses. That's not a man in there not to win. Mayweather, rest in peace to Hernandez. He dealt with him easy. Then Mayweather went against fighters like a lot of fighters after that, like with Diego Chico Corrales. And Diego was a killer. He was 44-0, 43-0 or something.
33 and
what was he? 30-something and 0 or 40-something and 0?
33-0 with 30 knockouts.
Fucking 30 knockouts, Carl. 33-0. And Mayweather stopped that guy.
Canelo never would have fought him.
Look, we can say what we want, bro. But then Mayweather, once he finished with the smaller divisions, then he went and started to dominate other divisions. It's just that his hands got a little bit injured on the way, so he changed his fighting style. And towards the end, still, even with his hands were fucked up, he beat a young, hungry Canelo Alvarez. You can't,
Hey,
bro. This man beat Canelo Alvarez, even though he was much older.
yep.
I gotta give Mayweather some kind of respect
Hey,
here, bro. I
hey,
don't care about the haters. Mayweather was one of the best, and with the way he did it, yeah. Who did he duck? You can put a
Hey,
couple of fighters' names out here,
hey,
like Keith Thurman,
hey, Rap.
like you might want to put Costa Zoo, but all the fighters he fought 95% of them fighters, and maybe not in
Yep.
their prime, but he fought them, and that's all that
You know
matters
what I
at
liked
some
about
point.
Mayweather was when he after he beat Canelo, he beat Maidana, and then everyone cried robbery in that fight, and he rematched that motherfucker straight away.
hey, let me see. Let me read this comment.
And
Jose Garcia said Tank is a bigger duck than Floyd and Canelo. Why the fuck is you putting Tank up there with Floyd and Canelo? He's not at the level of them guys, so that's where they go. For real, that's where they mess up. Oh, since your guy ducking, now you want to bring up Lil Tank. Lil Tank ain't no undisputed champ. How you gonna say he? Why you gonna put him on the level of Canelo and Floyd? So that's where they fucking up. They don't. So basically, they telling you they don't give a fuck about Canelo ducking. That's what Frank trying to tell you. Oh, it's gonna happen. He don't give a fuck if it happens. You think if it don't happen, he gonna be like he was a duck? He gonna be like, well, he just didn't fight. He didn't have to fight him. So that's where you got to be honest with your thoughts, right? So if you think you want to fight, say it. If you don't, say it. But if he don't fight him, tell him he a duck. But Frank can never call him a duck, even if he never fights him.
yeah, I just hate this face of boxing shit, mate. It's fucking bad for boxing.
Yeah, he might as well retire, man. He should fight Jake
Or
Paul.
just yeah, he said he will.
Yeah, that's a good fight. If that's better than fighting Benavidez, you might lose that. That's an easy victory over Jake. I mean, why they just can't be honest and tell the truth? Like, okay, I understand why you're ducking, but I'm not gonna say you're not ducking. We know you pussy. You've been ducking your whole career, buddy. Fuck Canelo. He don't deserve no respect.
It's just how the game is, mate. You know that. I know that. It's not long been in the game. You know what I mean? This face of boxing shit.
Look, the weird thing is, yeah, I know people hate him because he beat all their best fighters. Mastermind. You got to remember, Oscar De La Hoya was the people's favorite. Mayweather won. Manny
Yep.
Pacquiao was God for the fans. Mayweather won. Sugar Shane Mosley had one good punch in the round. Mayweather outboxed him after that.
Yep.
Miguel Cotto, the Puerto Ricans. Mayweather won. Mayweather beat all the best. Even when we sent Ricky Hatton in there unbeaten, thinking Ricky Hatton's got steroids up his ass, Ricky Hatton got knocked out. Right? So whenever the time
Yep.
had come, Mayweather wins. And it's just that people hated that because there was a time they wanted a fighter to beat him. You understand? And it
Jose
just didn't happen.
Jose Garcia said Floyd Mayweather his favorite fighter. He said blame Floyd for Shakur boring story. See, he can't get Floyd off his mind. We got active fighters, but he don't want to say nothing about Canelo because his last name goes.
That's casual talk. Jose Garcia is talking casual talk about Mayweather running. He ain't no runner. Mayweather had footwork where he would actually,
Nah, he
he would
wasn't a
shoot.
runner.
Mayweather would shoot. He would give you enough punches in every single fight to make sure that he would know that you will know his presence is there. Whether he'll be slick, catch you on the inside, whether he'll catch you so quickly, Mayweather will catch you with shots that you wouldn't see. So yeah, he would move with the back foot, but then he'll take a killer off. He knows how to cut. Listen, Mayweather's shown many people that what he can do with fighters which are much stronger than him.
I've never
He's
seen
smart.
anyone have the Philly shell better than him. I've never
No
seen
one.
anyone
No
defensively
one.
better than.
They can hate on him as much as you want.
I've never seen a better defensive display than Floyd Mayweather. And I'm not just talking fucking
Yeah.
Philly shell, man. Like he's head fainting and he just wasn't touchable, mate. And you know, Devin Haney to a certain extent has got that attribute. But you
James
guys like,
Tony and Bernard, they got good defense.
well, James Toney was a scary motherfucker.
And no matter who they said that he lost to or whatever, he still rematched every single person, Carl. Yeah.
Yep.
And then he
Yep.
beat him
And that's
better.
one thing.
And then
I'm
he
not a
beat him better.
Mayweather fan.
Go ahead.
Mayweather duck cost the zoo, and that's one fight I wish that happened. I don't care what anyone said.
Go ahead.
Uncle Roger told him to stay away from that cunt. And yeah, he beat Ricky Hatton, who beat Costa Zoo. Yeah, I get all the triangle theory, but the fact is, he just still didn't fight. When that fight was right there, man, it was right there, easy to make, so easy to make. But you're dead.
But there's
right,
always
man.
one opponent.
His rematch.
There's
his
always one
rematches,
opponent.
His rematches with Castillo and Maidana, mate, you can't argue them. They were close fights.
Yeah.
And he rematched them, and he beat the shit out of them.
And that's the same thing that would have gone for him and Costa. If it was a close fight, Mayweather would have rematched him if they said it wasn't right. So one thing about Mayweather, he took the rematches and beat him better.
Hey, Logic make a good point. He said, outside of Benavidez, who did he duck? I said, well, at least he admitting that he ducking Benavidez. Thank you, Logic. You're right. He said, outside of Benavidez, who did Canelo duck? Well, why the fuck is he ducking Benavidez? If he ain't ducked nobody else in his whole career, what the fuck is it about Benavidez that he ducking? Why he just don't blow through his ass?
No, I say that Canelo, after his loss to Mayweather, Canelo has shown how great Mayweather was, because nobody hardly fucks with Canelo. Canelo had a spree where he was the man. You know,
but
I can never take away from Canelo. Canelo has shown the world of fighters, it doesn't matter if you lose, it's how you come back. And Canelo came back and became the best of the best, and he became the face of boxing. So
he fought Floyd 11 years ago, but man,
so Canelo has done a lot and shown a person that all these fighters are worried to lose. Nah, Canelo can lose and show you what it takes to be a champ of a champ.
Hey, and you know what? Before everyone calls me a Canelo hater and that, I got Canelo winning. I think Canelo beats Benavidez. I think Canelo beats Benavidez. But I'm saying right now, I don't think he wants to wait him out, man. You wait that dude out, he just gets better and better. He's like fine wine, man. You can't doubt that about Benavidez. Every fight, he gets more impressive. And how he disposed to Boo Boo, mate, just blew my mind. I thought Boo Boo was a bit more athletic and had a bit more ring IQ than he did, obviously, because Benavidez made him look fucking second rate, like he wasn't even meant to be there.
He should have beat Floyd at 23, though. He 23 against 36. He should have beat him 42-0. Ain't no way he should have lost to Floyd. That should have been a pass of the torch. He still passed the torch in the loss. That show you how overrated Canelo is.
Yep. But we're going to have to see now, because Canelo said that he's still going to fight for around 5 years. So if Canelo's still in the sport of boxing 5 years, we can't expect the man to fight, 4 fights a year? Now, I'd expect you to see maybe 2 fights a year if we're lucky.
He said if Floyd is the TBE, why he never fought at 160 and he started at 130?
That's a question I should have asked Abel.
I don't call him the best ever.
I should ask Abel what he thought, what would have happened if he had come all that weight to fight his fight at Golovkin. Of course, he's going to say Golovkin going to win. That's it, but hey, look, man, at the end of the day, there's always somebody else. You clean up that division, and then they'll say, well, you need to fight this guy, right?
Yep.
There's always somebody else.
Problem is, there's 168's got some good fights in it, mate. There's some good fights there, but they've just got to be made. They just got to be made, and that was my argument. I was saying with Frank, with Canelo, is I said he obviously likes the belts. Where Floyd dropped him, Floyd didn't give a fuck. Floyd dropped the belts. He didn't hold the division up. We can't get a 168 champion in any fucking ranking in any organization because Canelo's hanging on to them all. And he's and that's why I give him the John Ryder fight, because John Ryder was a mandatory. And John Ryder earned his fucking ass whooping.
Let's have a look at Canelo's run at 168, where he's the most recognized and the most accomplished. Right? Everyone agree, right? Right. So Canelo holds the WBC, IBF, WBA, and WBO belts, and the super belt. Canelo has all the belts at 168. Now, he has beaten the guys at 168. Let's start with Callum Smith. Okay? Callum Smith, he beat for at 168 for the belt. Now, Callum Smith win, did it age well? Has Callum Smith's win aged well? Or Callum Smith just got knocked out, didn't he? By Arthur Better BF.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Now we go to Billy Joe Saunders, where I like Billy because Billy's a rude gypsy. He's a gypsy, right? He's a gypsy cunt. So he's a rude guy.
Yeah.
But Billy Joe was never a 168 pounder, man. He
Hey.
got opportunity to take that belt against a vacant belt, if I'm not mistaken, bruv. Right? And Billy Joe, what's happened to him after the Canelo Alvarez win? What's happened to him?
Nothing.
never-
He hasn't done anything.
He's
Never-
retired
fought.
now, isn't he?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
hasn't fought again.
Hey, WRAPSTAR,
Yeah.
let's make this point though.
Then Kalen Plant. Now he did good when he had the comeback fight with Durrell. He got a knockout on him, right? And then
Right.
he got beat by David Benavidez, correct?
Wow.
Now Yavini Yildirim and John Ryder. So who's the best win on Canelo's 168-pound division? Go
Okay.
ahead.
Caleb Plant. Billy Joe Saunders, Caleb Plant. Those they about to tie.
I think the Caleb Plant's aged a bit better.
Yep. And, hey, but I want to make this point, though. Let me. They saying how is Floyd the TBE if he never went undisputed? Well, Canelo is undisputed, and he ain't shit. So what the fuck is what is
I
do you?
think Blitzbane just cut you. I think he got the best. No matter what people think, even Gennady Golovkin going up to 168 is a bigger name than anyone that Canelo's faced at 168.
Yep.
Gennady Golovkin, as an accomplished fighter, 3-belt holder, and being the dominant force at 160, coming up and giving Canelo the toughest fights of his some of the toughest fights he's ever had. People had Golovkin winning some fights. Golovkin coming up in weight is still Canelo's big win. But Canelo's biggest win is Caleb Plant, because Caleb Plant is what got him to undisputed, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
Is that Benavidez's biggest win too?
Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be.
But look, it all depends how you look at it, bro. At the end of the day, you can have a different perspectives. What's Canelo's greatness? I'd say Caleb Plant, certified Canelo, to give him the undisputed fight, and he won it, and he knocked him out. So, yeah, that's his biggest win, if you ask me. But yo, we got somebody else in the panel. What's going on? Who's this? Radar. What's happening, mate?
What's up, man? What's cracking, my boy?
What's
What's
Long
cracking?
time, man. Long time.
Long time. Yeah, I know, man. What's up? How's it going? What you guys talking about?
What's going on?
Yeah, we're talking about what you must be hearing, right? Canelo.
Yeah, Canelo. And
Yeah.
who's his biggest fight?
Yeah. At 160.
At 168.
Fuck. As if you mean accomplishment, probably.
What's
Probably
certified?
Plant,
What's
right?
certified?
Plant,
Yeah.
because he got undisputed. But I think his the tougher opponent, the opponent that was more accomplished, I would say, would not tougher, but the opponent that was more accomplished would probably be Callum Smith. He was the Ring Magazine. He was the winner of those the super World Series of boxing. Super, yeah. That was the most accomplished. I agree.
Good God. Good God. Oh my God. Damn, Canelo just got knocked out. What happened?
Yo, what happened over there?
So who's he gonna fight next? Has he said or not? He hasn't said.
Nah,
We
he
know
hasn't said.
fighting Benavidez. That's all we know.
It ain't Benavidez or Crawford, huh?
I hope Crawford don't fight him.
Radar, why are you laughing? Why you?
Well, he
I'm
said.
laughing. I'm laughing.
No, well, he said that motherfucker said it's not Benavidez or Crawford, and it's
It's
not
not
another
even Munguia.
Mexican. I'm
He
like,
said no Munguia either. He said fuck you and
yeah.
Munguia. He said
So who
fuck
the fuck
you.
is left,
You know
bro?
what Canelo must be thinking?
Oh,
If he's ever watched any of these YouTube streets or anybody send him a video, he must be thinking, fuck you, fucking idiots. I'll fight who the fuck I want.
I'm rich, bitch.
Yeah?
Y'all broke ass talking about me. I'm rich,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
I'm Canelo. I'm the
Hey,
cabron.
hey, Rapstar, you know who he sounds like? He sounds like Jamal Charlo, like a couple years ago when he said he's not gonna fight nobody that's under 27 years old. And he's not gonna fight nobody that doesn't have COVID shots.
Right.
Remember that shit?
Yep, I remember.
Nah, Canelo's got 10 times more balls than Jamal Charlo's shit.
Oh, 100%. He's undisputed, so I mean, we can give him a little bit of leeway.
But look, like ABEL Sanchez came on the show earlier, he said, look, if Canelo fucking sings, everybody has to just listen to the tune. Canelo is at a stage in his career that he can pick and choose who he wants, and it's nothing to do with how the fans feel. That man has achieved that status. That's what ABEL said, didn't he, Carl?
Yep. Yeah, he did.
So people feel that Canelo has reached such a status that it's up to him who he fights, and it'll still be a big fight, regardless, because of Canelo Alvarez's name now.
Well, Abel would say that because his fighter ducked everybody. Triple G ducked Andre Ward his whole damn career.
I mean, you
Yeah,
could
but
say
they were
that.
not even in the same weight class, though, bro. That's
Yeah, but
one difference. And another thing too is that he's right. I mean, look what Mayweather. Mayweather fought whoever he wanted. He fought Andre Berto, and nobody's ever said no one word. You know.
Hold on,
So like, I don't know.
hold on. What about who he did fight? Canelo Alvarez, Manny
That's true. Yeah.
Pacquiao.
So let's talk
No,
about
but I mean,
Canelo's.
no, we're not talking about who he did fight. We're talking about who can he fight.
But
He
Radar,
fought
now
Berto,
let's
and
talk
nobody said
about the
nothing.
truth. Radar, look, I know
Yeah,
you're a boxing fan. I used to
a lot.
remember
I
seeing
did
you
say
back in the day. Now, Radar, let me ask you a simple question, bro. The man has fought John Ryder, then he took Jamal up from 154. If it is Jamal, how does that look, and how does that you feel as a fan?
No. I want the Benavidez fight number one, bro. Who doesn't? I mean, I'm a boxing fan first. I'm not a fucking fighter. I mean, I'm not a guy who likes one fighter, bro. I'm a fan of boxing. Of course, I want Canelo Benavidez. Who doesn't, bro? You know what I
You
mean? If he doesn't fight him in these next two PBC deals that are left, bro, that's gonna have to be a dub for me, bro.
What do you think that
That's
was
a
legacy?
real boxing fan right there. That's a real boxing fan right there.
That's legacy.
Nah, it's not gonna stay in his legacy, bro, because he's already in the Hall of Fame as it is right now.
There you go. So he's not gonna fight him. If it does, if your legacy is not affected, he's not gonna fight him. So people need to stop saying they're gonna fight. There's no need to fight him. If it don't damage your legacy and you can fight anybody, why fight a Mexican monster? So people need to stop lying, saying the fight's gonna happen. He don't have to fight him, so he won't fight him. He's a billionaire.
No,
So,
he doesn't have to, but he could if he wants to. That's the point.
but
We don't know.
Well, he's
Legacy.
showing he don't want to for all these years. Look, he fought Triple G, old ass Triple G. He fought John Ryder. He fought Charlo, 2 weight classes below him. So he's showing you he's taking easier fights, not harder fights.
Yeah, but Ryder was the man, though.
He ain't fighting guys
Ryder
like
was the man, though.
Yeah, and then another reason too, he fought the younger Charlo was because the other Charlo wasn't even ready.
But why you
It was supposed to be him.
not fight the dangerous
That was-
Benavidez? Why you want to fight the little bitty Charlo? That's showing you he won't fight Benavidez. If you would fight Charlo 2 weight classes down, why would you fight a Mexican monster in your division? So you just said it. He's not fighting. The
Yeah,
legacy.
but it's not itty bitty Charlo neither, bro. Come on, we all know Charlo is bigger than Canelo, bro. Just because he's able to lose more weight than Canelo doesn't mean that he's a smaller guy, bro. Come on.
Hey, let's listen to what Canelo said.
He win
I
for
want to listen to what Canelo Alvarez said about Benavidez. Let's listen to what he said about Benavidez.
When I say I don't want to fight Mexican, it's because I represent Mexico. And that's why. But I don't care. I fight anybody, and I fight all my entire life anybody. What do you think? I don't want to fight with Juan Mexico or Benavides. But look, I hear his dad talking a lot of shit. But look, he's accomplished nothing. One single champion, Anthony Derrell.
Okay, so that was before, right? That was before when he spoke about Benavides, yeah, when they kept pissing him off, and Canelo said he don't fight nobody. But now, David Benavides has elevated, beaten Kalen Plant, stopped Demetrius Andrade. So at that time, Canelo was like, "Nah, man, I don't need to fight this guy." But do you think now that was a few years ago, Carl? And now you're looking where he is now. Do you know what I mean?
He was scared then, and he's more scared now.
I'm just befuddled. Like, I mean, who else is there at 168 for him to fight?
Yeah, but I think we're getting it wrong. When he says he don't want to fight Mexicans, is that because he don't want to put a beating on another Mexican? Is the way that he's speaking? What he's trying
No,
to
but
tell
okay,
you guys, yeah?
put it this way, bro. Canelo has fought more Mexicans than he's fought any non-Mexicans. If you look at his whole fucking record, right? In the first like
The
40
big
fights
fight.
were all Mexicans, and then
Julio
even in
Cesar.
between those, he fought Alfredo Angulo, which was another Mexican. So he does fight them. He just doesn't want to fight any more Mexicans. But if the money's right, I guess he would fight them.
The money's right for
I
him.
mean,
So what? Now he gonna get that money regardless. So why? No pressure.
well, I mean, not right now. Well, what happened with the PBC? Where's the money there? That supposedly there's no. Well, how is PBC gonna? Supposedly PBC can't even guarantee him the money that was in his contract.
Yeah.
So where's the money coming from? Who's fitting that bill? It's not Amazon. We know that, isn't that? And for sure, it's not Showtime. So where's that money coming from? Where's that guaranteed money coming from?
We need that Saudi money, bro.
Exactly. We need that Saudi money, bro.
We need that.
We'll have to see, because
we
at the
need
end of
that
the
fucking
day,
$40 a barrel oil money.
yeah, we have to see though. At the end of the day, fighters do say a lot of things, but Canelo did also say that he ain't gonna look to ever face Terence Crawford because he gets no respect for fighting the number one pound for pound, which is a small fighter. He said, "I'm not gonna get the credit I deserve, so I don't want to fight no Terence Crawford." What do you guys think about that, Mastermind? Let's start with Mastermind, then the rest. Go ahead, Mastermind. He said he don't want no fight with Crawford.
I think that's great. He 100% right. He know Crawford is too small. He jumping up 3 weight classes. It's just I'm glad he took that. You know, he got some morals. He could seriously hurt Crawford. I mean, he could kill him. He really could kill Crawford because Crawford's such a great fighter that his expectations gonna be high. And in the Charlo fight, he gonna really be trying to win. I think he can get seriously hurt, knocked out and that. That's the type, because you're not fighting just a 168 pound. You're fighting the best. You're fighting a legend, and I think he would destroy.
That's right. That's 100% right.
Yep.
I agree 100%, bro. 100%.
So these
everybody knows, bro. Everybody knows if Canelo was to fight Crawford and say Canelo knocks him out, what are the headlines? What are the people gonna say? What are the first things to say? Crawford was too small, bro.
Way too small.
Everybody's gonna say that, bro.
But would you say to the fans that say Crawford is
saying it now.
skilled, and like somebody in the chat said, Crawford can hurt Canelo as well as Canelo can hurt him?
They want to see
WRAPSTAR. Who? Tell me this, bro.
The fans are
You're talking about Triple G, a guy that couldn't even hurt Canelo. Triple G, bro, a guy who was known to knock motherfuckers out and have a hard fucking landing hands, bro. And he went even up to 175 to fight Kovalev and Bivol, who couldn't even tickle this guy, bro. How the fuck is a 147 pounder gonna hurt him, bro? Like it doesn't make sense, bro.
The circus is in town, mate. That's what I call it, the circus. Because this weight
Yeah,
jumping shit.
so
This
you got
weight
all these
jumping shit.
people in their feelings like Timothy Bradley, Bo Mack, Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson. They all believe that Crawford can beat Canelo. Ha!
Even
Bro,
Tiafimo,
if he
even
look
Tiafimo.
if he took Triple G's shots for breakfast, he's gonna
Right.
take Crawford's shots for as bubblegum.
Right. He gonna have
You know what I mean?
I
Yeah,
think
you
he's
can't
gonna
argue that.
run it though.
Crawford, what
I
you're
think
saying is Crawford would more likely break his hand than thinking he's hurting Canelo that way.
yeah,
Probably, right?
I think he'll feel the power early and then he'll just go in survival mode. Crawford, I think after about the third round, he probably just try to go to distance if he could make it. But I don't think he'll try to win. And he'll be just like Charlo. That shit hurt. Them,
Mm.
he'll kill.
Hey, listen, I want you guys to really think about this, bro. Think about that fight, Canelo Crawford, Canelo and Crawford in the ring, round one. If Crawford's shots don't even hurt Canelo, imagine how much forward Canelo's gonna be pressing Crawford, bro. More than he did against fucking Charlo, bro. Like twice as hard.
Yep.
True, Crawford's gonna get knocked the fuck out. I'm telling you guys, bro.
Put in the hospital. It's gonna be worse than it's gonna be.
Yeah, bro. Look how he was stalking Charlo, 154 pounder, stalking him like hard, bro. And this guy was running.
Right.
Imagine a smaller dude at 147.
He gonna make
Imagine him stalking Crawford like fucking almost full speed ahead, with knowing that Crawford's shots are he's taking them like bubblegum, like mosquito bites.
Yep.
Come on, bro.
Do you think he'll go in survival mode? Do you think Crawford will feel that power early and try to go?
Hell yeah, he'll go in survival mode, bro. Right away, man. Maybe right after the first round.
Yep. Yep. And they'd be like, "Wow, he never fought like this. He never fought a 168 pounder, fool."
Yeah, they're gonna be like, "Oh, that's not Crawford. Something happened. Crawford was hurt, or I don't know, bro. That's why I don't even entertain shit like that, bro. Like,
So, but a
there's
lot of
different,
people,
there's weight
look at a
classes
lot
for
of people
reasons.
here. A lot of people in the chat, CBR, many others. Crawford too slick, and he ain't no Charlo. Crawford ain't no Charlo, homie. He only comes out. Oh wow, they think
Like
Crawford's on a
he
different
can't beat
level
Caleb
than
Plant.
Charlo, bro.
I bet you he can't beat Caleb Plant because of his weight. I bet you Caleb Plant beat Crawford because of the weight divisions. It's too much.
Mm.
If it was that easy, he would have been going up. He would have been knocking out Danny Garcia. He'd have knocked out middleweights. It ain't that easy, man. They got weight divisions for a reason.
Let Crawford beat a guy like Tim Tszyu first,
Right.
and
Right.
then go up 160 and fight a guy like Janabek, and then go to 168 and beat a Benavides. Let alone a Canelo, bro. Come on, bro.
Thank you.
So
You
Zaki the
think he
King
could beat
says,
Caleb
I'd
Plant
rather
at
take.
168?
Go ahead.
Do you think he could beat Caleb Plant, WRAPSTAR?
Who? No, that'd be a tough fight, bro.
Thank you. And it's not because of the skills, it's because of the size, right?
It's a tough fight, regardless.
Hey, think about this, bro. I don't know who's talking. What's your name? The other guy who's talking? The other dude, not WRAPSTAR. The other guy,
Mastermind.
Masterman. Okay, think about this, bro. Benavides, with how hard he hits and the volume of punches, couldn't even knock out Caleb Plant, bro.
Yep.
Okay, what the fuck is Caleb Plant gonna do to fucking Crawford, bro? Just because of the size difference.
Right. Yeah, we not living in fantasy world like these other. Like if it was that easy, man, them guys would have been doing that, man.
But here comes somebody that is just not going to be listening to this, and his name is Dirk. Dirk, you've been hearing everything,
So,
so
Dirk,
go ahead.
Please don't tell me you think I think Crawford could beat Canelo, because I never said that. You keep saying that.
Who
oh,
said that?
you got
I
common
said that.
sense.
Oh, Mastermind.
Oh shit, bro. That's just
I
Oh,
have
not
look
never
at that.
said
Oh,
Crawford beats
Mastermind.
Canelo.
You've been calling his name.
Hey,
So,
not
so
even
Dirk,
Dirk
what do you
believes that
think
one,
about
bro.
Canelo saying that he ain't even going to give
Look,
Crawford that?
I think Crawford is a better, and that's my opinion. I think Crawford is a better fighter than Canelo, but like we said, size matters. Just like Inoue is not going up to 47 to beat, I don't know, Earl Spence.
Mm.
He's
He's
going
not doing that.
35 to beat Tank.
Size matters.
Can he beat?
or beat Crawford at 147.
Let alone Crawford. Forget Crawford. He's not beating Stanionis at 47. So yeah.
There's
So
nobody
that's the only reason I'm picking
good enough
Canelo.
to go up two. There's nobody alive but good enough to go up two weight divisions. Beat Canelo can't beat a heavyweight.
Three weight division.
The problem that you got here, Dirk, you got to remember this. People are not happy with Jamal and his mental state and where he is right now anyway. They
Ju-
still rather watch, in this chat, I've seen it's 50-50. They still rather watch Crawford and Canelo than fucking Jamal and Canelo right now.
Yeah, because Jamal sucks.
No, but this is what the fans are saying, that Crawford do better than even Jamal, they reckon.
Honestly, I don't know. Well,
Right? But Canelo don't want to. Canelo said, I don't feel like I need to fight a guy who's so small than me that if I beat him, I ain't going to get no
well,
credit.
now see that's weird from coming from Canelo because he was willing to put up Amir
Amir
Khan and
Khan.
Jamel Charlo, but he's
Yep.
not willing to pull up Crawford.
Hey, but Rapstar, you know what's funny is that Canelo can fight anybody, and people are gonna find an excuse. I'll give you an example, bro. I was talking to this one dude. He's a casual boxing fan, right? I told him, hey, we're talking about boxing. And I'm like, hey, so what do you think, Canelo and Benavidez? He's like, hell yeah, that's a fight I want to see. I'm like, what about Canelo and fucking David Morrell? He's like, who the fuck is that? He's like, I don't want Canelo to fight any fucking cans. And you know what I mean?
Right?
So I
That
was
guy,
like,
like
damn,
you just
even
said, that
even
guy is a
and
casual.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a casual, but you think about this though. Mostly everybody are casual. There's only a small percentage of hardcore boxing fans. It's maybe like 10% of boxing hardcores of all boxing fans. Maybe like 10% are hardcores, and that's us. The
And
rest of
let's
the
be honest, bro.
90%
None of
are
these guys,
casuals, and they're
yeah,
the ones that are buying the fights, bro, and watch boxing.
none of these guys, whether it's Tank, Crawford, Canelo, none of them are going to challenge dangerous contenders.
Yep.
They're
Yep.
not going to fight them, bro. Crawford's not going to fight Boots. Canelo doesn't want to fight Benavidez or David Morrell. Tank is not going to fight a Keyshawn Davis or what's another Ryu Maratala, those type of guys. He's not fighting them guys. They're
And
going to try to
Crawford's
check.
not gonna fight Boots.
No, yeah, like I just said, he's not fighting Boots.
Mo Lopez. What
So
about Crawford Tiafimo? That's a good fight.
no, it's not. That's not a good fight. Stop
You don't
saying
think
that, please. That's a mismatch.
Tio pretty good, man. I think
No, no, stop it.
you don't
Tio
think
can't handle lateral movement. You
who
put him
did
there
you
with a
pick?
guy like Crawford, you gonna get
Josh,
knocked the fuck out.
hey, Josh Taylor Tio, who did you pick? Who did you pick to win that?
Is Crawford Josh Taylor?
Oh, you picked Josh Taylor to win?
No, I thought that was a 50-50 fight, but I'm sorry, Tio did win.
Oh, okay.
Tio surprised me. He was dominant, but Josh
Nah,
Taylor is a
Dirk
come
did
forward.
go for Josh Taylor. He ain't being
But
real
Tio
niggas.
got two
Yeah,
up.
and Josh Taylor and Crawford are completely different fighters. Crawford is a counter puncher who can fight on the back foot. Josh Taylor is really a come forward fighter. He's tailor made for
Tio
Teofimo.
always surprised you. Remember, he surprised everybody with Lomo and surprised them with Josh.
Hey,
So that's two.
hold on. This is Mastermind, right?
How you doing, brother?
What's up, man? You are the one that picked Spence to beat Crawford, right?
Yeah, I got that one wrong.
Okay. So I know you don't like Crawford. So just keep it a buck. You
I'm
don't
not
like Crawford.
the best. Hold on. Don't
I
say
know.
that.
Keep it a buck, bro. Because I picked. I'm not a Crawford fan either, but you gotta keep it a buck. Do
He the
you really think Teofimo could beat Terrence Crawford?
no. I'm not saying that. I said it's a good fight. I didn't say he could beat him. I said it's a good fight.
Would
I'll
you
beat
pick
him.
that outside of Canelo and maybe Tim Tszyu? Would Teofimo be your third fight that you want to see Crawford in?
Oh yeah, the first fight I think Crawford is like you just said, Tim Tszyu. That's the best guy. Then number two would be well T.O. It ain't really nothing left for him.
Tio is a better option than Boots Ennis.
No. You're right. He number one. I'm sorry. Him
Okay,
and I say Tim Tszyu number one, and then Boots.
okay, okay. All those are better fights for Crawford than Teofimo.
Yeah, I
Come
agree.
on, man. Like you're
But
not
T.O.
gonna be the less skilled fighter and the smaller man. Like that's a mismatch.
But I'm telling you, I think T.O. is a future Hall of Famer. I'll give him that.
The only reason Crawford thinks he has a chance with Canelo is because he thinks he is a more skilled fighter than Canelo. So he thinks he's got a chance. But with Tio, it's he's not only is he smaller than Crawford, he's also less skilled than Crawford.
Right?
It's not a good fight.
T.O. Being a legend, future Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's a future Hall of Famer, but he's struggling a couple of fights that he shouldn't be struggling in.
And he's number one out of the four kings. He's number one. Devin number two.
They none of them are number one until they fight each other.
But he beat the guys they were scared to fight.
It don't matter. That's all. That's all. You know, fantasy matchups or what do you call it? Four way. You know what I'm talking about.
yeah, yeah, you
Just
right.
fight each other.
Who the best?
Then just like the four kings, they fought each other and who came out on top?
Let me ask you this: who performed better? Tio.
Theo.
Hold on, listen. Tio versus Loma, then Tio versus Josh Taylor, or Haney versus Loma and Haney versus Prograde. Who? What was performed better performance?
I like
Tio or Haney?
Tio.
I think Tio and Hayne. Although I think Josh Taylor's a little bit better than Regis, but
Right,
uh,
right.
well, to be although that version, I don't think that's a real version of Josh Taylor. To be fair, the version that fought Regis is the real Josh Taylor. I think Josh Taylor low key is kind of washed, and you could tell when he fought Jack Catterall. I don't
Oh,
think this is the same Josh Taylor, but still, it was a great performance by T.O. I don't want to take nothing away. And as far as Regis, bro, I'm not that high on Regis. I
no.
thought Regis lost his last fight before Devin to that Zerillo dude.
Yep.
He looked terrible in that fight. If you watch that fight, you could see that Devin was going to wash him.
Did Jack Catterall? Did he come back nicely from that Josh Taylor fight?
I don't know. He fought somebody.
Oh, he lost.
No, no, he didn't lose. He but Jack Catterall, he's a good fighter, nothing special. But
Yeah.
I think T.O. definitely performed better against Loma than Devin did. But I think part of the reason that is because Loma was more wary of T.O.'s power.
Ooh, that right hand.
Yeah. Once Loma started pressing T.O., you saw it. He was piecing his ass up
Yep, but he started.
outside the 12th round.
That was the exact replica of Jermaine Taylor versus Bernard Hopkins one. Hopkins
Mhm.
threw no punches in the first half. Then he tried to get him late. He gave up to it.
Also, let's keep it a buck. Devin Haney is a horrible style matchup for Teofimo Lopez. I think Devin Haney would embarrass Teofimo.
Yeah, I want to see that fight. I like T.O.
That's not a good matchup for Tio. I don't think he beats Devin.
That'll be the battle of the fathers, won't it? That'll be a hell of a build up.
Yeah, it'd be a nice little build up, but he's not beating Devin. I don't even like Devin, but I gotta keep it a buck. I think
Yeah,
Tio's a more exciting fighter.
T.O. crazy as hell. He told the whole crowd to suck a dick. But yeah, Tank Davis, he done became boring and shit. He done went from the most exciting fighter to the most boring.
He
He on
should fight Subra Matias. Because if he beats Subra Matias, that's a style that's good for Tio. He likes that type of style.
I would
He
like
could,
to see before Super Matias fights any of the big dudes, like not big dudes, but the top guys like Haney and Tio. I would like to see him fight a name first. Maybe a guy like a Prograde. If he can fight a Rigaroo and beat Rigaroo, that'll
It'd be
be
a good fight.
fucking great,
But
bro.
the problem with a guy like I don't think Regis would take that fight. Because even if he were to win that fight, bro, he would take a lot of damage. The way Regis fights, what's his name? Matias is one of those guys that can end your career. You know what I mean? Like he
right
could really really hurt
like he
Yeah, he
hurt
has that Mexican style, bro,
you.
for
yeah,
sure.
out that boy.
Yeah,
Who was the guy he knocked out right before he fought
he
Loma?
was trying to fight Paro, the Australian, Liam Paro. That
Yeah,
would have been a good fight.
that fight, those were just rumors, though.
Yeah, they
They
say
said
that
he just
he
didn't
fought
land
well.
one punch against Haney. Damn.
Honestly, I think see a guy like Subra Matias would give Devin Haney issue. Uh, Pressure fighters like Subra Matias, they give pure boxers like Devin trouble. That's
Yep.
why
You
Floyd
know
fought
what?
Roy Robbie last year.
That's a great
But
question, bro. Who would Subaru Matias have a better chance of beating? A guy like Devin Haney or a guy like Tio? And let me give you some examples. We all know Devin Haney has the footwork to move around a guy that's coming forward like Subaru Matias. But we also know that Tio doesn't do great against guys that move a lot. So he does great against guys that come forward like a Josh Taylor and Lomachenko. So he will do
yeah,
probably great
see,
against Subaru
see the
Matias
problem
counterpunching. So
when
who Who do you think will have will have a better
Better
shot
chance.
of either Tio or Haney?
I think Super Matias can beat both of them. See, with Tio, it's all gonna come down if he can clip or hurt Super Matias. Because if he can't, that pressure is gonna get to him, and he's gonna start piecing up Teofimo. You
Mm.
know, that's all it comes down to. The
What's
key is to hurt,
what's his
clip
record?
him with a counter punch. If you can't hurt Super Matias, it's gonna be a long night for Teofimo. His defense is not that good. As
I
far as Devin's going to make that a boring ass fight. A lot of clinching and a lot of moving.
yep.
Because I don't think Devin's going to be able to handle the pressure of Super Matias after a while.
Right.
But I
I
could be
agree.
wrong. But that's his only chance. Because if he tries to do what he did against Regis, it's not going to work. Regis
So
is not
so
versatile.
saying that, who does Super Matildas have a better chance of beating, Tio or Haney?
Haney.
Uh, both. Honestly, I think he can beat both of them. I would say probably mm,
He probably
Tio.
win one, lose one.
Tio. Because I don't think Tio. I think Tio's got good power at 40, but he's not knocking everybody out with one punch like he did at 35.
Right.
So I'm not because we just watched Super Matthias walk through a power puncher in Hergeshev. He walked through that dude like he
Hey,
was nothing.
what's his record, man? What's Matias' record?
20 fights, I think 20, yeah, 20 fights, 21 fights and 20 knockouts or something like that.
Oh, he got
Or
Tank
is it
Davis.
20 fights and 20 knockouts?
Oh, he a
Something like that.
knockout artist.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
pretty
bro.
good. Hey, I like guys like that. Better be, man. He doing it, man. Man, I think he gonna retire 100% knockout ratio, no losses. Anybody gonna beat Better be before he get out of here?
Well, we're gonna find out
I think
if
there's only two fighters, right, that I know of that have 100% knockout ratio.
Virgil and
Yeah, Bertrand Baturbiev, I think.
Yeah, but
yeah,
Turkey is way.
Silver. I think Silver is right behind them.
Wilder just threw his shit in the garbage can. He had the best knockout percentage. He just went straight to hell.
Although I think Waller's got the most power of all of them, but yeah.
That motherfucker threw his career. You had the whole world in your hands, and you just retired after you knocked out.
The only thing about Wilder, bro, is that he relied on one punch, bro. That's
I
all he
mean, in the
did.
heavyweight division, he can only
That's
get
all he
away with that
relied
type
on.
of shit.
Because you know damn well he could not win rounds, bro, against a good boxer, bro.
But he always
He
punch on you though.
That's what I'm saying. He relied on that one hand, one punch.
I think if he would have stayed active, that could have carried him through greatness, man. That one punch.
Nah, because a guy that's good, that's a good boxer, and can see that punch coming, bro. He won't. He's not gonna land it, bro.
But like
You
you
know,
said,
even a guy like Fury who knew it was coming and he did land it a couple of times. He got up, but I mean, look at Joseph Parker. He fucking dodged all of them.
nah, he done after. I only that's too inactive, man. You what, a year and a half off? That's ridiculous. That ain't the
Now,
same.
what about if you think a year and a half's a lot? Imagine Thurman. Keith Thurman's fought like one time in like 4 years, bro.
That's an easy fight, man. Zoo gonna beat the shit out of him. He might knock him out for the first
I
time.
hope he does. I got money on Zoo, bro.
Where's the Keith Thurman fan? That dude be crazy with Keith Thurman. On the way, is
Keith
he
getting
happy?
knocked out.
Huh?
Although Keith versus Tim Tszyu would have been an interesting fight if this was prime Keith Thurman. He actually was nice. He was on
Floyd,
top. He
Keith.
about him.
I know Floyd was scared of Keith Thurman. That's why he fought Andre Berto.
I mean,
Listen,
look,
man.
see the thing
Listen,
with Floyd
listen, man.
is
Listen, man.
I give him a pass.
If we get the old Keith Thurman, the ponytail Thurman from 2014, 15,
Well,
short
that's not
poor.
gonna happen.
That's what I'm
But
saying to you. That was 10 years ago, Keith Thurman. If we get that Keith Thurman, then he beats Tim Tszyu. If we don't get that
I
Keith
don't know if he
Thurman,
beats
things
him, but it'll
get
be an
wrong.
interesting fight.
Salute rap stuff and what go on, blood.
Well, go on, brethren. But yo, let me
Yeah,
ask.
man.
Look. Even the Americans, yeah, and even the people that were rocking with Keith today. I mean, were rocking with Keith yesterday. Ain't rocking with Keith in this fight. Keith Thurman is virtually by himself in this fight.
Yep.
And I gotta give Keith Thurman this, bro. If he comes with something, all you motherfuckers should bow down to him. Because all the Americans, I haven't heard of one American backing Keith Thurman. Not one yet. So if Keith Thurman turns this, bro, I don't know what I'm gonna think about everybody, especially in their own country, that they fucking gave up on Keith
What
Thurman.
Tip Bayless say? Ain't Tip Bayless Keith Thurman fan?
I mean, bro. I mean, can you blame us? Rap the dude fights every 3 years. Like, how are we supposed to get behind that shit?
He said, "Can you blame us? Can you blame us?" This
How are we
dude.
Hey
supposed to
yo,
like?
I just see Punch Drunk Boxing. Punch. I'm not
Oh
talking about you
Lord.
because if I say, oh, only Punch Drunk Boxing, they're gonna say you're a fanboy. You know what I mean, Punch? I'm just saying genuinely, I haven't seen any of my subscribers, Punch. Yeah, you and Tip Bayless, everybody knows about that in the world anyway. So there ain't no cap about that. But
He's,
ain't no one really backing Keith Furman. Ain't no one backing Keith Furman. You backing Keith Furman because he's your favorite fighter. And Tip Bayless, he loves Keith Furman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, to
But
be
most
honest, I
guys
haven't heard
today that were
anybody, bro.
rocking with Keith
I,
Furman ain't rocking with Keith Furman.
I haven't
Yeah,
heard
he's going up a
anybody
whole new weight
saying
class.
Thurman was gonna win.
Yeah, I mean, Rap.
You
He's
know the
going up a
The
whole
only
new
subscribers
person
weight
out of
Tip
all
class.
my
Bayless.
subscribers, yeah, I haven't seen one guy saying rap. Yo, man,
He's
The
watch
not
only
what
person was
losing
Tip
he's
Bayless.
gonna do.
The only person is Tip Bayless. I can't
Actors
lie.
Yeah,
are
Tip
gonna
Bayless,
know
yeah, but
Rocky
that's what I'm saying.
Thurman.
I can't call Tip Bayless
That's
his name.
dead.
You know what I
Hey,
mean?
you
They
breaking
call
up.
him a fanboy, bro.
Hey, but how can you blame us, Rap? The dude's been out for damn near 2 years, and he's going up a whole new weight class against a
All
knockout
right, here
artist.
comes another man. Now comes different subscribers, like
Oh
Brian
boy.
Ball. Furman by decision says Brian Ball. So somebody's waking up.
Waking
One
up to
guy's
what?
come along, and I
Now
know
there's
that
another
Punch
Delusion?
guy I
really,
know who's
Punch
rocking
really
with
got
Thurman, bro, and
Furman.
I ended up betting him a good amount of money, bro. So
Man, Keith Thurman is a
there's not
dud.
that many, but there's very few.
So you can win your money on if you back Furman, because I'm sure he's the underdog.
Yeah, no, but he bet me a couple hundred, so we're good.
Ain't none of you
He's gonna
high
get
on
stopped.
Furman anymore. But Furman said, "You watch. I'm gonna take Tim Zoo's fucking O." He goes, "What you think? I'm coming into this fight just to lose to an Australian?" He goes, "You got the wrong person." He goes, "I could have fought Stanny Onis, but I'm taking this fight because I want this guy's belt."
He could have beat Stanley on this too.
Yeah, so he's taking this fight, even though his own countrymen are not backing him. Only, like I said, couple, but majority, I ain't seen no one really backing Furman in
No,
this
no,
fight.
no. I want Keith to win. Well, actually, do I want Keith to win? Because that motherfucker might be out for 3 more years. Nah, never mind, bro.
Is that why?
You know
Is
what?
that
For
why
this
you're
one
not?
time, I have
Is
to root
that
for the
why you're not
Australian,
happy
bro.
with Keith?
Keith will win the belt and sit out for 3 years, bro. Fuck that.
But don't you wish now, after the Errol Spence fight with Crawford, don't you wish now that Furman should have fought Crawford?
Well, Crawford basically said no to Thurman and Garcia because when he was coming up with Top Rank, they didn't want to fight him. So why should he fight them now and give him a chance?
Yeah, but Furman sent Crawford uh, a contract or a deal. I don't know what it was, but
Yeah,
Furman was sending a deal to Terence Crawford, but that I don't know what happened. But Furman wanted to
yeah,
fight
and
Crawford way before.
Crawford said when you were the champion, you didn't want to give me a chance, but now that I'm the man, why should I give you a chance? Tables turn, baby.
So
That's
so
how it
wh-
goes.
so what? You think Terence Crawford don't even want to fight Boots? So
Oh, he definitely don't want to fight Boots.
you're
Not because he's scared of
eliminating
Boots, but because
you're eliminating Keith Furman. But imagine this. Imagine
yeah,
if Keith Furman wins and gets the belt. And
yeah.
now Terence Crawford needs Furman again. And Furman
Okay,
says,
yeah.
no,
Now,
no, fuck
if
you.
that happens, then you're right. That fight
Then
probably will
Furman
happen.
should say to Crawford, fuck you too.
No,
Yeah?
no, he's
When I
not.
wanted
No,
to
he's not
fight
because
you,
that'll be a big
you didn't
payday
want
for
to
Keith.
fight me. But now you started acting like a bitch, so I'm not going to even
No,
fight you.
he's not going to do that because he wants a payday. He will definitely fight Crawford.
See, you know that Furman would fight Bud.
Yeah, he would. He would. Now he would. He didn't want to fight him back then, but now he
It wasn't
would.
the business, though.
Yeah, it's business. Exactly. It's always been
It
business.
wasn't that Furman didn't want to fight him. It was the business.
Well, it wasn't just that. Crawford probably would have beat him. He knows that back then. But now, at least if he beats me, it'll be worth the money. That's so, like you said,
I
business.
don't know. We don't know. We don't know if Crawford would have beat him. That would have been a good
Yeah,
50-50 fight. We
Crawford
don't
would
know.
have beat Keith Thurman. I like Keith. Well, one thing Crawford does struggle with is patient counterpuncher. So Keith is a decent counterpuncher, but still, I think he would have figured him out and beat him. His IQ is too big. Crawford's the best fighter of this generation, guys. I know a lot of y'all don't like him, but it's the truth.
Hey, my fucking battery's gonna die, bro. If I cut out, I'll catch you guys on the next one, bro.
Hey man, look. At
Catch
the
us
end
on
of the
this one.
day, look, you got fighters which are generational fighters. You have fighters which are good champions, but then you got some
Conor Ben.
greats, and then you got greats.
Yeah,
And you know,
Crawford is a great.
there you go. Some fighters have got greatness in them. Canelo's a
I mean,
great.
think about it. But people talk about people's competition, but how many fighters do you see never have a bad performance, like where they truly struggle? You've never seen Crawford in a tough fight where he's like, man, he barely won that fight.
Yes,
Think
you have.
about it.
Yes, you have. He struggled
The
with
closest
Gamboa
one maybe is Sean Porter,
and
and he
Gamboa
stopped Sean Porter.
and Gamboa.
Gamboa, oh, he was
Yes.
dominant. Gamboa, he had one little iffy moment, but he
If
was
he fam,
dominant.
he struggled with Gamboa in the early stages of the fight, and then he made adjustments and fucked him up.
Ended up stopping his ass too.
Yeah. But it's the fact that he made adjustments. It's the fact that he was
Okay, but you
struggling.
know what I'm talking about. Like you never seen Bud like in a dog fight, like where he's bloodied up, his eyes all fucked
No,
up, and
because he's superior. He's above all the guys that he's fighting. Simple as
yeah.
that.
Oh, people say that, but it don't matter what competition he goes in. He does the same to all of them. He could
Exactly.
be Gamboa, Earl Spence,
Boots,
Amir Khan, Kell Brook, all these motherfuckers.
boots.
Stop it.
The same thing will happen to him, and you know it. The same
Well, we
exact.
got to see it first.
We do have to see it, but if it don't happen, all the bets and the tabs are still on fucking Terence Bob Crawford.
Oh, that's okay. All the bets were on Lomachenko when he fought Teofimo, and Teo still beat him.
Kill that
That's
young boy.
okay.
Kill that young boy. Kill him. Dead him off.
Yeah, I want to see it, bro. You're gonna have to kill him in that ring. That's what
I want to see
going out
Boots.
like that.
I want to see Boots and Stan and Stillian. That's what I want to see. Boots and that guy. I want to see Boots.
Didn't you also say you wanted to see Boots and Crowley? So you might get that too.
Nah, we're not getting that, man. Crowley's not an idiot. He's not taking that. He's gonna go the WBO route.
Oh, so now okay. So basically you're admitting that fighters do duck them. Okay, thank you.
How is that? How are you ducking it when I'm going to fight for a vacant belt against Giovanni Stantonelli?
If you beat Boots, you get a belt also.
Huh?
If you beat Boots, you get a belt.
Yeah, but I can go over there and get a belt, and then I can unify. Come on, Dirk.
Why not get a belt from Boots first?
Come on, Dirk.
Why not get a belt from Boots first?
I don't know if he might do, or he might decide to go over there. Either or, but you can't say he's ducking because he did his. How can you say he's ducking? How can you say he's ducking when he'll go and fight for the other belt?
He gonna beat the shit out of Cody Crowley.
How is he? How are you ducking and he's going to fight the undefeated? No, Dirk, you're funny, boy. Your calculations is
because
all wrong.
Santillion is a more winnable fight. That's why.
The math ain't
Santillion is a more winnable fight. That's why he'll take that route.
How do you know that? How is that? How do you know that? That don't even make sense. What do you mean he's a much more winnable fight? They're both fucking undefeated. They both
ain't got no chance over there.
Oh, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, man.
No chance. Especially with his style, tailor made.
You keep thinking that in your deluded head, man. Your deluded little head.
All right, bro.
Man, Boots. Them. You call them Boots? Them Boots have been in the fucking corner in the attic somewhere.
Them Boots are made for stepping.
Them Boots have been in the corner just collecting dust, fam. No one stepping in them Boots. Them Boots is dead and dry. No fights.
We'll be seeing him earlier than Crawford.
What was that?
We'll be seeing him back in the ring earlier than Crawford.
Oh, swear down. Okay. Wait. Swear down. When's he fighting?
You'll be seeing him in May.
Oh, May. What, against who? Against who? May when?
Either Cody Crowley or Mario Barrio.
Oh, you say Eva.
Yes.
Oh, so there's no locked in. Oh shit! I thought there was a locked in date, my brother. Fucking no.
No, there is a date, but it's gonna be between one of them two.
No, but I'm saying, where is this? Where has it been scheduled? Like, where can I see this?
It's gonna be on Canelo's undercard.
No. I said, where can I see this? Where is it being scheduled? Where can I see this? Are you just making this shit? Are you just making this shit up?
No, I'm not making it up. It's on Michael Benson's page.
Michael Benson's page.
Yeah.
The same Michael Benson that said that fucking Canelo fighting Crawford, yeah? And then Canelo shut that down.
Oh, that Michael
was
Benson.
just a rumor.
That Michael Benson, does he have a brother?
He didn't. It's not like Michael Benson said that was guaranteed that fight was going to happen.
No, but Michael Benson speaks and everybody thinks he's for real. How about Michael Benson's a fucking fool? What has he done in boxing, bro? He looks like a fucking weirdo and a pedophile. Some of these fucking people that you guys are fucking thinking they know everything about boxing, bro. They're the most weirdest motherfucking beta males that you've ever met in your life. And you think Michael Benson's the man. Fuck Michael Benson.
Well, it wasn't just
Fuck
Michael Benson. It was also
Fuck Michael
not
Benson.
Dan Raphael, but what's his name? Idek. I don't even know.
What's his name?
What's his name?
What's his name? Yeah, what is his name? Think of another one.
Jake Donovan, I think is his name. Donovan.
Michael Benson's
No,
a little
Donovan.
weasel as well. He's a little weasel.
Yeah, Jake Donovan. That's
he
his
got
name.
a fucking mystic bull. Everyone thinks that he got a fucking mystic bull.
Hey,
Michael Benson ain't got no mystic bull.
It's Jake Donovan. That's his name.
Well, Dirk, your point was incorrect, man. You can't show me anywhere where there's a certified date.
Well, motherfucker, why don't you go on Twitter and you figure it out? You got a Twitter, don't you?
Now you're telling me to go on Twitter now.
Yeah.
Listen, my brother.
You better Google that shit.
Listen, my brother. You don't know. I don't know. OG Rap don't know. You get me? Nobody knows, brother. No one knows who the fuck Boots fighting or when he's fighting. So don't come.
Hey, I know one thing is gonna be a better opponent than Peter Dobson. Hey, Rap. Hey, Rap.
Man, shut the fuck up. Conor Ben got a better fucking resume than Boots Ennis.
Oh,
what the fuck is Boots doing, bro? Boots was fucking running, trying to fucking catch fucking Karen. Couldn't catch Karen all night, Dirk. Stop the cat. Conor Ben's got a better resume than Boots. Just fight Conor Ben, bro. Boots ain't doing nothing but tying up his fucking shoelaces. How about Boots fucking ties those shoelaces and fight somebody? Let's get Conor Ben. No. Yeah, I'm right. Get Conor Ben.
You picking Conor Ben to beat Boots? You picking Conor Ben to beat Boots, Rap?
Bro. You out here slandering people for Boots? What the fuck has he done?
Nothing.
He'll beat the shit out of Conor Ben, and you know it.
Yeah, whatever. Let's see. Because right now I'm not impressed. Because he's the same guy talking Crawford's name, yeah? And people came on my channel and showing me documents how Boots Ennis was fucking not even interested in fighting Crawford, that he ducked Crawford. And he didn't just duck him, he totally avoided Crawford when he had the opportunity to make it a fight. So I don't believe about this Boots and his hype job. I want to see Boots fight someone, bro. Then I'll talk about Boots. How about that? I ain't saying that Boots don't look good against fighters like Lipinay and what he did to fighters like Lipinay and all them guys. Yeah, Boots looked strong. But come on, bro. I need to see Boots fight somebody. That's it. And then we can start pushing Boots' name and say, yo, Boots got some smoke.
Who do you consider somebody at 147?
Give him even Stanny Onish.
Who's there? Who's number one at the division, bro? What do you mean? Who do you consider the top 5 contenders? Cody Crawford,
because Crawford, we know the Crawford fight ain't happening.
All them guys. That's how you
outside of Crawford,
go and pave your way like Crawford did. Go pave the way like all the rest of them guys did, man. Devin Haney, he's on the same fucking trajectory as Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez. They've done fucking more than he has, man. Because the guy went to go sign with some bullshit, man.
And inferior fighters too.
If what?
Inferior fighters.
Inferior fighters. What does that mean, Dad? What do you mean?
Both of them are inferior fighters to Boots.
They're inferior fighters to Boots. What do you mean?
Yeah, they both can go. They're both big enough to fight at 47 right now, and you wouldn't pick either one of them to beat Boots, and you know.
Oh, here we go. He's big. Yeah. Boots is big enough to fight 160, 168.
Yeah, and he'll beat everybody at 160 right now.
No, oh my God,
yeah, he would,
Dirk, man. No.
Yeah, Dirk. Absolutely.
Dirk, no, he wouldn't.
Who the fuck is Janet back? That's where you gonna pull out your ass? Come on, man, stop playing.
Oh, so why don't you go do it then? Why don't you go do it?
Drop that. He got business at 147.
Drop that email. The IBF belt. Drop that dusty ass belt that they emailed him because they stole it from Terence Crawford.
No big fights at 160.
They wrongfully stripped Terence Crawford and gave it to Boots. Tend to drop that belt and go up to
big fights at 160.
Go up to 160. Go up to 160 and fight Carlos
For what?
Adams.
It's no big fights at 160.
Go fight Carlos Adams. Go fight Jennifer.
And if you are Carlos Adames, why the fuck would you fight this kid? For what? What does he offer you?
That's the best win on your resume. What are you talking about? What's he offering you?
You just fighting some random that just came out of 147 that offers you nothing.
That would be Carlos Adames' best win on his resume.
No, I actually agree. I actually agree with that. I think Boots Max, what he should do, if nothing's going on soon, go to 154. That's where the fire is.
Yeah.
Can he at least unify first, Rap? Can he at least do that?
Yeah, you guys can be patient. He can, weight drain himself as much as he can, and he can keep moving. But I reckon he can have good fights. That you want to see Boots, he need to be at 154 then
I
soon.
want him to fight Tim Zoo. That's a great fight. I think he'll beat the shit out of Tim Zoo too.
Ain't gonna happen shit if he
Tim Zoo,
stays at
not Tim Zoo, not
147.
Tim Zoo, knock him out, man.
He'll
Wow,
stop
Tim
Tim
Zoo
Zoo,
gonna
and
knock him out.
he'll beat Conor Ben so bad his daddy gonna have flashbacks with what's his name did to him. Uh,
Wow, Dirk
uh,
is definitely backing.
Eubanks,
Okay, let me tell you what
Eubanks.
Dirk is. Dirk is backing Boots Ennis till the fucking wheels fall off. He's ready to go
The
to
only man
life
who
and
can beat
death.
Boots is Crawford.
Life and death for Boots.
Crawford's the only one who got a chance. But these other guys like Conor Ben and Virgil Ortiz, easy work.
Virgil Ortiz will run him over. Virgil Ortiz will
Well,
run
No,
him
he
over.
won't.
talk to him, Butch. I'm
Errol
eating my
Spence will chew
No,
breakfast.
he
him up as
won't.
well.
Tell
Errol
him,
Spence will
Butch,
chew
I'm
him
eating
up.
my breakfast.
Boots will stop Virgil Ortiz.
No, he won't, fam. Virgil Ortiz will
Yeah, he
crush him
would.
up.
He's tailor
Grind him
made for
into
Boots
dust.
Ennis.
He'll grind him
He's
into
tailor
dust.
made for Boots Ennis.
He'll
He
grind
comes
him into
forward.
dust. He'll
Everything
chew
is
him up with
hard.
the ramrod
He'll
jabs.
get
He's
he'll
not
get
talking
caught
about.
between his punches like Mean Machine did. He'll
Boots
get
don't like
stopped.
pressure, man. Boots don't like pressure, man. Virgil Ortiz will lay
See,
down
Boots
and
loves
fucking
pressure. He loves
hammer on
pressure
that
fighters.
motherfucker.
What do you think Roman Villa was? He's a pressure fighter.
Why are you comparing Roman Villa to fucking Virgil Ortiz? Is that what
Well,
you're
you
doing now?
said he don't like pressure. Is
No,
Roman
I'm
Villa
saying,
not a pressure
is that
fighter?
what we're doing now? Is that what we're doing now? You're comparing Roman
Is
Villa to
Roman
Virgil
Villa not a
Ortiz.
pressure fighter?
No. Are you comparing Roman Villa to Virgil Ortiz?
Well, who has Virgil fought that's like Boots?
What did you say?
I mean, yeah, you can say that, but you can say the same thing about Virgil. He ain't fought nobody like Boots either. Not even
That's why.
close.
We have to see them two fight each other, not Bud and Boot, not Bud and
Okay,
Boots.
but let's be real, bro. Stylistically, historically, in boxing, the counterpuncher usually beats, especially an elite counterpuncher, usually beats the pressure fighter.
What elite counter puncher? What are you talking about?
Boots is an elite counterpuncher.
No, he's not.
All right, bro. You're gonna find out the hard way.
Elite
It is
against
what
who?
it is.
Elite against who? What? Lemonade?
You'll
Not
see,
lemonade.
bro.
Not lemonade.
You'll see.
Lipinians.
See, unlike Conor Ben, Boots don't struggle with the Peter Dobsons of the world. Yeah, you heard me.
Boots should fight him next. Go fight Peter Dobson.
If Boots were to fight Peter Dobson, you niggas would be crying saying he's fighting another bum. So keep that same energy for Conor Ben. You struggle with a bump.
Yeah, but if you
Y'all
go and
like
fight
y'all
Peter
like
Dobson, knock
using
him
that
out, you're
word
gonna
so
chat shit.
much.
So it don't matter.
All right, bro. Honestly, I think Harry Scarf probably beat Conor Ben.
When Boots gets that first L, boy, you better be hanging around, boy. So the bird
I'll be
shit can
right
get
here.
thrown at you. So the bird shit can get thrown in your face.
I'll be right here.
Yeah, making your excuses.
We shall see.
Make your excuses that all the Americans do that for all their fighters. Excuse after excuse. Stop chasing Crawford.
Hey, you heard Tim.
Stop
What's his name? Tim
chasing
Bradley. Like,
Crawford.
why? Yeah, you're supposed to be chasing the champion. What the fuck are you talking about? What contender doesn't chase the champion? Like, you supposed to just what? You want to just leave him alone?
The champion is busy with other things.
No, he's not. Canelo don't want to fight you. You don't want to fight Earl Spence for a rematch. That's off. Tim Zoo is occupied. Who the fuck you gonna fight?
Yeah, Charlo. Multiple
Get
guys
the
at
fuck
once.
out of here, Charlo.
Charlo. Guys at
Charlo
160.
ain't no big fight.
Boots ain't no big fight.
Boots is a more. People want to see that fight more than Charlo right now. Exactly. Nigga, you quiet because you know it's the facts.
No, the rubbish
There's
truck.
no hype for a
The rubbish
Charlo
truck.
Crawford fight. Nobody cares
The
about
rubbish trucker
Charlo.
is going past. The rubbish trucker is
There's
going
no
past.
hype for that fight. Nobody's asking for a Charlo Crawford fight. Nobody.
Because of the way he performed against Canelo. But that doesn't make
Exactly. That's his fault. His hype is dead. It
that's
is what
fucking
it
Canelo
is.
Alvarez. So that's Canelo Alvarez. What are you talking about?
No, well, Crawford said it himself. I don't want to fight Crawford Charlo after that bullshit. It's dead. You can blame Charlo for that. He killed the fight. It's no buzz for that. Is Crawford not gonna get any credit? mean, he'll get some credit, but still.
Go fight Virgil Ortiz.
Might as well just fight your mandatory, bro.
Go fight Virgil Ortiz.
Yeah, because Golden Boy is gonna throw him in there with boots right now. That makes a lot of sense. We don't even know if Virgil's back to the.
Have you gone to
We don't even
154?
know if Virgil's back to the same guy. The motherfucker just almost died on us. Did you forget?
Hey, bro, have you gone to 154 and sent him a contract?
No, we don't need to be fighting Virgil right now. We got business. You got business to handle at 47.
What business?
Don't worry, just be patient. Virgil's ass whooping is coming.
What business?
There's still belts to be collected at 47.
There's belts to be collected at 54.
Yeah, but first let's collect some belts at 47 first. And then when you move up and you got at least 2 or 3 belts, and then you've done something and you can challenge people.
No, they're uncollectible right now.
Well, no, they'll be collectible soon because Crawford ain't gonna hold on to them bitches. If he is, then there's only one fight at 147 for him.
No, so you're gonna wait around and do nothing.
Well, that's some bullshit if he does that.
You ain't doing shit, man.
You just
Stop making excuses of fight Conor Ben, nigga.
Conor Ben is trash, man. Come on, man, mess up with that.
You hear me? Stop making fucking excuses. Fight Conor Ben, boy. They say Boots is about it. Them to fucking put on his boots and fight Conor Ben.
Conor Ben is food for everybody. That's why everybody calling him out. Devin Haney, Tank, everybody calling him out. He's food. Trash. Easy work.
That's right. They're signing nothing then, man. We sent Tank signing, man. He ain't signing shit.
I don't know. You gotta ask them that question.
He said, I don't know. You look like food to me then. I ain't no food, nigga. Stop hating. What's Boots doing? Boots looking rusty. Looking like he's gonna be put on the shelf. Ain't fighting nobody, man. Barrios. Barrios. Is that what you can get? Is that what you can get?
You mean the guy that what's his name? Conor Ben wants to fight? That guy?
Yeah. You said that he's not on the same level, nowhere near Boots. So it should be a competitive fight, right?
He's not on the same level.
What'd you say?
He's not on the same level.
So yeah, that should be a good fight for Conor Ben, right? Correct? In your methodology.
Yeah, for Conor Ben, that's a competitive fight.
So then why are you asking about the same guy that's calling it? What are you talking about? That don't make sense.
But do you think it's a competitive fight?
No, we destroy Barrios. Destroy him.
You mean like he destroyed Peter Dobson, right?
Yeah, he fucked him up. Destroyed him. Won every round.
Not destroy him.
He didn't
hurt that motherfucker.
He didn't win more than 2-3 rounds, man. Fuck you talking about?
That's 2 or 3 more rounds more than he should have won.
Yeah, and what did you do to Karen? What did you do to Karen? What did you do to Chukwudazi?
Won every single round.
Oh, is it? No, you destroyed him, right?
Yeah, you know that.
You destroyed him, right?
And Peter Dobson wasn't running like Karen was he?
Guess what? Of course, why would he be running? He's the bigger. He's twice so bigger man. You talking about? He came in at 180 plus.
Right?
He came in at 180 plus. He came in at 170. Of course, he's going to be the big man. What the fuck are you doing, man?
All right, bro, you got it.
What do you mean you got it? Yeah, cooked you again, man.
No, you didn't. You just saying some bullshit, bro.
What bullshit? You said, the same guy that Conor Ben did. Well, Conor Ben was smaller than Peter Dobson.
This is the same Conor Ben that struggled with a French journeyman.
A what?
A French journeyman.
A French gentleman. When Conor Ben was how old?
It don't matter how old he was. That motherfucker was there to be destroyed, and you struggle with him.
He wasn't there to be destroyed. Chukwudazian was there to be
Yeah, he
destroyed.
was. We all know him.
Chukwudazian was
Man.
there to do. Chukwudazian was there to be destroyed. And you struggled. You beat him up.
He did not
you beat him up so bad. He had 2 more fights after straight away. Hey, guess what? You know when Peter Dobson's going to be fighting next? Do you know when Peter Dobson's going to be fighting next? You don't know, do you? He ain't going to be fighting for a while. Next? No, he ain't going to be fighting for a while, my boy.
Why not?
Because he put them paws on him. Got to put them paws on. That's why. Put them hands on feet on him. Hands on foots. Talking about Chukwudazian went to go fight.
Speaking of Chukwudazian, you know who he's fighting next, don't you?
Yeah, Harry Scarf. Yeah.
Who's gonna win that fight?
It's a tough fight, 50-50 fight. I don't know yet. I have to see the weigh-in.
What do you think of Harry Scarf? Is he good?
He's fringing. He's upon the level of, all right. He's on the horizon of being good. Right now,
he's British level, whatever that means.
Yeah, whatever that means to you. I don't know what the fuck that means to you. What is that? What does that mean? North Carolina level. Does that mean Arizona?
Hey man, I'm not the one that came up with that term, bro. I heard that shit. I heard that shit from your man's. What's that dude's name?
Yeah, make up a name.
The guy that fought Virgil Ortiz, Mickinson.
Oh, Mickinson.
Yeah, he said that. British level. He said Conor Ben is. He said I don't want to be British level. I want to be world level. That's what he said.
Okay. Where did he say that?
He said that when he was being interviewed about fighting Virgil or Boots. This is before he fought Virgil.
I was saying, where is that? Can you remember? Can you recall where you saw that? Where you heard that from?
Yeah, it was an interview in the UK. I think it was for IFL TV, whatever it's called.
IFL TV.
Yeah, something like that. And he was saying that, and he said that Conor Ben ain't got a chance against Virgil or Boots. Hey man, he said that. And Conor Ben said that he's a boring fighter. Blah 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 blah. I think Mickelson will give Conor Ben trouble. I'm dead serious.
Yeah, and we'll knock him out. That's it. Give him trouble, and then give him trouble. Then you're gonna get clipped and put to sleep.
Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe give Boots some trouble with that footwork.
I don't know.
Yeah, you do know. You like Mickelson. That's why.
I don't think Mickelson is a better fighter than Karen. I'm dead serious. I think Karen probably better than him.
I don't know. We have to see them fight. If Chukwudazian beats Harry Scarf, then Boots has to fight Chukwudazian again. We're gonna have to see rematch Chukwudazian and Boots too. Chukwudazian. It doesn't matter what you want to see. That's what has to happen. What are you talking about?
Okay, you know what? Let it be, because Boots does.
What are you talking about? Let it be. That's what's gonna. It has to be implemented. What do you mean? Let it be. If Boots, the Harry, what do you think Harry Scarf and Chukwudazian are fighting for? What do you think they're fighting for? What do you think they're fighting for? A bag of Doritos or something? What do you think they're fighting for? What?
Yes.
So that belt that Boots has is a bag of Doritos.
Nah, I'm just
you said they're fighting for a bag of Doritos, and they're fighting for the IBF.
Let that shit happen.
Hold on. They're fighting for the IBF title eliminator. So you're basically saying they're fighting for a bag of Doritos. So that bag of Doritos equals the belt, which Boots has. So is that a bag of Doritos belt?
Yep.
Shit, boy. So Boots has got. You heard this, guys. You heard this, ladies and gentlemen. Dirk said, yeah, Rapstar. You heard this, man. While you're eating on your cereal, bro. You heard this. He said Boots has got the bag of Doritos belt. Doritos belt.
I just want to see the fight. I think Lewis Crocker.
Red light. That belt.
Lewis
red
Crocker.
Like the packet. That belt. Red like the packet of Doritos, boy.
Hey, Lewis Crocker beats Conor Ben.
What?
Yep. Lewis Crocker beats Conor Ben.
You say he beat him or he beats him?
He would.
Oh, just fam, go to sleep, there, man. And just start talking this dumb shit when you're tired of that, man. Go to sleep. What you fucking talking about, fam?
Yeah, you're fucking mad, man.
Yeah. Well, told Boots to move up to 154, and we got another British guy for him. That British guy will fuck him up as well, knock his ass out.
Oh, Lewis Crocker?
Who?
Lewis Crocker. That's who's knocking him out. Is that what you said?
Nah. I've got another sturdy English guy for you. Like, you ain't gonna get past.
Oh, what's his name?
You mean what's his name? 154-pounder boy. Go do your research. Top 10.
I don't know any good British fighters at
Top 10
154.
WBA. Nigga. What are you talking about? Yeah.
I ain't never heard of him. He can't be that damn good.
You ain't heard of James Metcalf, no? No?
James who?
James Metcalf.
Let me look him up.
James Metcalf. Yeah. Go fight him at 154. You ain't got no Englishman on your resume. None.
JJ Metcalf.
No, James Metcalf, nigga.
Another UK bum.
Another what?
You heard what I said.
Bro, you're
I'm
North
kidding. I'm kidding.
Carolina, Arizona bums, man. Another UK, but this guy,
Another victim.
Another UK here. Man.
Yeah, another victim, bro.
Yeah, tell him to move up and get a real money fight and come fight him, innit?
Hey, man. We'll see. I gotta go though.
You ain't doing shit. Told you, man. Keep cooking to your bum. Hey, Dirk, man. No one wants to see Barrios and Boots, man. Nobody wants to see that, man. Hey, Dirkio, man. Nobody wants to see that, bro. Told you, man. I had to cook Dirk, ladies and gentlemen. I had to cook him, man. I had to cook him. Yeah, smash the like button, man. Smash the like button. Salute to everybody in the boxing community. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Rap, OG Rap. If he comes back, tell him I said salute to him, man. Great interview. You know what I'm saying? ABEL Sanchez. Great interview. Make sure everyone has a peaceful day, man. Don't let your past haunt you, man. Peace.